Hey everybody, welcome back to Forget We Said That. My name is Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
And I'm Legion Lion.
Take it, Alyssa.
Oh, okay. I thought
Trip
you were gonna...
to Texas.
I thought you were going to intro me.
I don't know. Hey everybody, welcome back to Forget We Said That. My name is Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
And I'm Legion Lion.
Thank you. And Alyssa, please take the reins for this
Hey guys,
one.
want to hear about my trip to Texas?
Oh my god, you went
Yes.
to Texas?
I did. Well, okay. So I was gone. We left the December 29th, and we came back like the 7th or the 8th. I don't fucking know, but we were gone for a really long time, and it was really cool, man. We did not fly there. We drove for 24 hours straight. So
Interesting.
what?
24 hours straight?
Yes, it was fucking insane.
Damn, that actually is crazy. That's like the best hook of a podcast I've ever heard.
Yeah, dude. But flying's expensive during the holidays, and it was like right before New Year's, you know?
Pretty true.
So Brandon and I and the kids and his cousin Matt, we decided, all right, we're going to take two cars and like we'll switch off, right? And so
Oh, damn.
yeah, we
Two
rented a
cars.
car. Yeah, we rented a car, and yeah, I know realistically, I mean, I guess I don't know, it would have been better with a fourth person to switch, but his cousin did not
Mara,
stop.
go in.
He
No,
didn't
I just-
stop.
Or drive.
I find it fascinating. Two cars, like, what size are these cars? I'm sorry I have to get like a mental image.
So I rented a Mazda. It was like an SUV. It was kind of like my Nissan Rogue, but like new and fancy and really nice. And his cousin drives a Fiesta. Is it a Ford Fiesta? It's like a little car.
Yeah, that's a
don't-
pretty small one.
Yeah, but shit, I guess he's driven to Texas like a few times by himself. Like driven there and back. But he was like, I can do it. And he introduced me to the Starbucks double shot, the espresso double shot.
Oh my god.
He was pounding those fucking things, and he did not stop.
You didn't know about those?
No.
I just,
I
it's
don't-
funny my dad liked those, but he started developing a heart problem, so he had to stop.
See, I was
Same
totally
here.
mad,
Yeah.
I
dude.
did too.
And yeah, like my dad loved those, and that was like 10 years ago.
Jeez, dude. I mean, I tried when we got to Texas. So let me see what that's about. I'm like, ooh, these are good. But yeah,
No, I
dude,
mean they're pretty. I mean, if you drink responsibly, everybody.
yes, I think. I mean, he did to like be awake.
You're gonna like Panera yourself into a coma.
Yeah, I could not believe it. He had a bunch. I was like, oh my god, no wonder. Like, oh my god. But like, yeah. So I did the first leg, right? Yeah, I did like the first few hours, and then I'm trying to think of when we stopped. So Brandon rode with Matt and slept, right, while I drove. And I think we got to Arizona or something like that. And it was getting dark. And I was like, okay, I need to switch off. And then
Right.
we didn't. I was like, you know, Matt, do you want to take a break? And I'll keep driving. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And I was like, I'll keep driving. And then we were going, and I could tell that my eyes were getting tired, and I think we stopped in Albuquerque, and I was like, okay, I need to stop.
The meme.
Yeah, I was like, fuck.
Well, let's link the Weird Al song. I love Albuquerque by Weird Al.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll link it. It's great. You'll
Alright.
understand all the lyrics.
It was freezing, right? So we stop, and yeah, at some point, one of us had switched or something like that, and we kept driving further. We had to have been we were in New Mexico, and we stopped, and there it was like 12 degrees. And like everybody got out to pee, and Amara said it was just steam. She's
Oh
like,
my god.
freezing, dude. And and we just, I tried to sleep, and I couldn't. I slept for like maybe an hour. And Brandon was fine, and I was like, okay, after like an hour or so, I was like, whatever, I can start driving in. Matt, do you want to stop? No. He was like, nope, I'm good. He drove the entire fucking time all the way to Texas. Did not take a break.
So how long is that?
24 hours.
I mean, that was okay. So even with what you did, it was still a 24-hour drive.
Yeah, we
Wow.
only stopped for gas. We stopped 5 times for gas. We just kept going. Yeah.
That's nearly Oh, wait, where was it again? Where'd you end up?
We stopped in Albuquerque.
But like,
and
but
then...
where was your destination?
A place called Ponder, Texas. It's like 30-ish minutes outside of Fort Worth.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I would say that's just about the length that I drove to get to California. I mean, maybe not quite, but Illinois and Texas, like right there, we're pretty close. So just you go south instead of north.
Yeah, the only thing that sucked really was like it was dark most of the time that we drove. So when we went through Arizona, like you could see like silhouettes of the canyons. But I was like, damn, I really wanted to see like the red.
You're
You know,
right. That's a beautiful. Oh my God, I do have to say I've driven through a few times, but yeah, like just the desert is honestly beautiful. Like it's so
It
barren
is.
and it's so hot and shitty, but it's honestly I really love the look of like those. Dude, there's some mountains that look like a mud pile that just fell off
Yeah.
like a tiny ass mud pile. Like I don't know, or like at the beach, you know. And there's mountains that look
Oh, like
like
Close Encounters kind.
well, yeah. I've seen Devil's Tower. I've actually been there.
Oh,
when I was a
nice,
very
cool.
small child.
That's sick.
Yeah, Devil's Tower is really cool. You guys, you should go see it. Yeah, it does. It does look like a giant tree trunk. I think that's a conspiracy where they say that mesas like that are basically like ancient tree trunks from like before aliens came and cut them all down or something.
Shit.
Anyway,
For the lumberjack
yeah,
aliens
exactly.
came.
Lumberjack aliens. They were the best flannel. It was awesome. They had cyber axes. I don't. Anyway, I forgot. Yeah, I guess I lost the train of thought. Thanks a lot. No, but no, that I didn't actually lose the train of thought. But that area, the desert areas are actually they are very beautiful. So.
Oh man.
Shame on you for driving through the night. Honestly,
I know.
SMH my head.
For real, that was Brandon's fault because he was supposed to get
Yep.
off earlier that day, right? He was supposed to take a half day. And when his uncle and him set up the rental car, because his uncle works for Enterprise, like we could discount whatever. They knew that I was
Right.
going to be driving, but they put his name on it. So he had to be there with me to pick it up. And I was like, God damn it. So that meant that he would have to go into work later, which means his half day would
Yeah.
end up later. I was so mad. You already know, Legion, how I am with like minor inconveniences. I was
Bro,
like, God damn it, are you fucking kidding me?
I will
So-
say, yeah, definitely put your own name on just everything. It's like
That's
just
what-
do it.
It's always been that way. I'm always the one who picks up the rental. So I don't know. I was like, whatever. So his cousin picks me up and we all meet there and we get the thing. And Brendan didn't get done until like 2-something. And I was like, God damn it, we should be on the road already. So
I know.
yeah, it was dark, and so that part I was pissed about. And I was telling Brandon, look, on the way back, I want to take the kids to the Grand Canyon, so we'll time it to where, we're driving in at sunrise. We'll take like beautiful pictures, it would be cool. So that was the plan for the way back. But yeah, we finally make it. We get into Texas. I want to say it's about, like 1-2 o'clock, something like that. And it's cold there, there's like a wind chill,
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's that time of year.
it's so pretty. I woke up in Texas. I was like, oh my God, it's so nice. And tripping out on the cops, like there was a big like Suburban, and they get out and they've got the big cowboy hats and spurs. I was like, whoa, dude, that's
So
cool.
you better not be tripping with them. They'll arrest you and probably kill you.
Oh, I know. His cousins had told me they've gotten tickets before, and they don't fuck around. They don't let anyone off. And they're like, well, his cousin Lexi did, but I was like, dang, like, it's pretty intimidating. And his uncle was telling me, like, there's a lot of speed traps. Like, the speed signs are so fucking weird. It'll be like 50 miles per or 70 miles per hour, and then like 10 feet, it'll say like 40, and they'll be right behind the sign and they'll get
Really?
you. And I'm like, God damn it.
Dude, I've heard this. Like, Texas is one of the most authoritarian states. Like, it's
Yeah.
ironic that they think they're so free when, like, I could get away with so much more in Illinois, such as smoking weed.
Yeah. Oh no, I could. Brandon was gonna bring the vape pen. I was like,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, I'd be like, no.
I'm not bringing nothing. I was, yeah, I'm not trying to
afraid
do
of-
any of that.
I intentionally, when I make a trip from Illinois to like California or Nevada, I do not bring anything with me initially, unless they're brownies, where I think I have some
oh, this is just a baked treat.
Yeah, it's like, are they really gonna test that? And even if they do, like, it was in
I run my
it was in my
bakeries.
trunk. Anyway, though, I don't bring like vapes or flour with me because that is
no way.
And that's just driving through like Iowa or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, like no, not for me. I'll buy it when I get there because any state I'm gonna visit is gonna be legal.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, we're not gonna do that at your uncle's house. Like, you know, we're there to visit family. Like, if we don't need to, it's fine. So, and it was cool, you know, like spending time with them. This is Brennan's uncle, and he's just like the fucking coolest, you know. Like, you know, they had us at their house for a week, and you know, every morning, like, you know, his aunt got up and made breakfast, different types of different things, and making mimosas and. I really got to spend time with his cousins that, you know, I haven't really gotten to know, and just the entire time we were there, we were playing like games and laughing our asses off, and it was just really cool. And so since his uncle works at Enterprise, he rented a big van for a couple of days for us to all travel, right? So he was like, you know, where do you want to go? And I was like, well, you know, there's this thing I saw online. Every time I travel, I get these things on Facebook. They're like ads of things to do where you are. And there was
you're baited by Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, I did. There was all kinds of shit. Aquariums and, you know, museums and things like that. But then something had popped up. It was Barbie World at the mall.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, you know, my kids, they just saw the Barbie movie and it was really good. But it was like, in this mall... It's called Stonebriar Mall in Frisco, Texas. It's 3 stories. It's fucking massive. Everything's bigger than in Texas. Like, no joke. And
can confirm.
Alyssa
now.
Gotta go there. Oh my God, it'll be a whole 6 inches.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. So it's like the Barbie world is like life-size everything. So it's like you walk into a dream house. And they have, like, the spaceship in there and the camper. And then they've got, like, you know, interactive things that you can do. You jump into a pool of, like, these plastic balls. It looks like a pool. I posted all the pictures on Instagram and stuff like that. I'll have to link it. And, and then they have the original doll houses, you know. And I saw the one from, was it 96 or 97? I was like, oh, my God, that was the dollhouse I wanted. And... my mom's dollhouse from 1970 something, and they have the original Barbie, so the kids were like going ape shit. It was really cool. Yeah, lots of little girls, the cutest, and everyone there's got an accent, right? So
of course,
I saw this girl in there. She had to be.
Y'all want some Barbie?
Yeah, she had to be like 4, right? And so she had the full get up, you know, white Barbie shirt with the pink letters. Big old fat Texas belt buckle, but it was like glitter and pink cowgirl boots. And she's like, I want to see Barbie. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute, dude.
I just want to sing Barbie.
I just want to see Barbie. And she's like, all right, baby, we will. Just wait in line. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute.
You can do that well.
Oh, make it, yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It was really cute to see that moms and people were dressing up. I was like, you know, wearing my normal garb.
Yeah, why didn't you wear pink?
I was casual Barbie. They were Texas Barbie.
Because it was a surprise. I didn't want the girls to know. Yeah, if I dressed them up pink, they'd be like, where are we going?
This is my punk goth Barbie.
To Buc-ee's.
To Buc-ee's. We did go to Buc-ee's. A lot.
Yeah, I should have just said to Buc-ee's again.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is really fucking cool. Finally got to experience it. We got food there like a lot.
I think I know what you mean, but I think is that a place that goes by another name in other areas?
Buc-ee's is its own deal. It's like a big ass convenience store / truck stop, but trucks don't go in there, and they've got like 100 pumps, and they make their own fudge and brisket and pulled pork sandwiches and burritos and all kinds of everything. And they've got merchandise. I've got my silicone Buc-ee's cup.
Cool. I will say that sounds awesome. There is
it's fire.
There is a place I think in Nebraska called the world's largest truck stop, and I drive by it. I drove by it on my way back from from Vegas.
Oh shit.
And yeah, no, I mean
Sorry,
honestly,
power flickered out for a sec.
yeah. Oh, I did.
No, me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, no, not sorry. All right. Anyway, no.
Not my fault.
There is a. Anyway.
What do you want me to do
Now
about it?
I've lost my train of thought. No, it's all good. No, there is like a huge, gigantic Nebraska truck shop or truck stop, and it looks really cool. I've never been there, but when I drove by it, I really wanted to stop by. But I just wanted to shout that out because
We'll have to figure out what it is.
dude, it's literally called like world's largest truck stop, and I'm almost I think it's in Nebraska, but now I don't know. It's actually it looks really cool. So, but
Yeah.
didn't mean to hijack it.
No, it's
but
all right.
I did want to shout that out because I did think it was really cool on the way there.
Yeah, man. Buc-ee's, honestly, like, I went to a lot of places, but Buc-ee's is legit. It was one of the selling points of me moving to Texas. I was like, I could go to Buc-ee's all the time. They're famous for their cleanest bathrooms, and they pay their employees really well. Like,
Yeah.
the car wash attendant makes a lot of money. It's fucking crazy.
You know, yeah, that's cool.
Some good shit.
I think that's funny because I think one of the highlights on like the marquee that place in Nebraska had did say like world's cleanest bathrooms.
Huh, I wonder if they have a Buc-ee's out there.
I mean maybe it is a Buc-ee's what do you call it maybe it's their offshoot, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's like Duckies.
Duckies, yeah.
It might
It's all
be,
duck
honestly,
themed.
Yeah. And there was a little
Two owners broke up.
yeah, a little asterisk that said like the Midwest's biggest truck stop. Maybe that's what it
Ooh,
said.
Maybe.
Like maybe the South's largest truck stop is actually our boys down here in wherever you were.
Yeah, man, it was cool. We went there a bunch, and
That's cool.
let's see, we stopped at Barbie World, but our next stop
Barbie World, baby.
was Dallas, and they were like, you want to see Dallas, and I was like, yes, I want to see the JFK assassination site. They're like, okay.
Yeah, well, there's an X on the ground, I think.
There's 3 X's.
Oh no, I don't want to know about all the other 2.
But you will, because I'm about to tell you.
Let's go.
Yeah, so
Should we plan like a trip around serial killers for Alyssa?
that's how I plan my trips. Serial killers, cult members, everything, dude.
Assassins.
And
Assassinations.
convenience stores.
Yeah, and convenience
That are
stores, really big ones. But yeah, man, it was cool. His uncle took us to the memorial first. It was like this big giant thing. I was like, oh, I didn't know about this. And there's a thing in the middle of the city. It's like a like recreated like cabin. And get this, it says that the Peters clan was like a part of that. Like they were like the first pioneers there. I said, hey, I think I know people with that last name.
So, Alyssa did JFK.
Oh God,
Mhm.
my family may have set up the environment for it. I don't know.
Did you go to the grassy knoll?
Yes, I did.
Let's go.
Yes, so I
Did you
stood
go to the
across
book
street.
depository?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We stood outside. I wanted to go inside the book depository to go up to the 6th floor museum, but his family were like, "Let's go get dim sum." What? So we did.
Wow.
But I did
way
take
to
pictures.
disrespect JFK.
I know, right? Like, I was like, dude, look, I'm like taking pictures, and they've got a little thing up in the window where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly,
Allegedly, guys.
yeah, stood, and then there's the X's on the ground where he was shot twice, and then another X further up, and apparently that's where a senator was hit by one of the bullets.
Who cares?
Amara went and stood on the X, and I took a picture. Big deal.
Gotcha.
His uncle's all, get out of the road, roll. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, it's basically the Abbey Road of America.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I stood across the street from the grassy knoll. I was going to go over to it and take a picture on the grassy knoll,
But the
they
feds
were, like,
didn't let
leaving.
you.
Yeah, they're still investigating. Yeah, I was like, dude, and there's people out there, so, old folks, that have been around forever, and there was a guy across the street, and he had, like, Polaroids of, like, the place, and they were, like, on these big poster boards, and he was out there talking to people. There's conspiracy theorists
I've
still
seen
down
that
there.
shit. I went to
Really?
I went to Washington when I was
That's his job.
I went to Washington when I was 12. There was like 80 people. I don't not 80, but there was like several people like with like poster boards on their body, like with just like what do you call it? paragraphs of text with like, okay, dude, like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like, yes, like, maybe, but also just put this on a website or something and check it with like, what am I calling it? Like just check it against like scholarly articles and like maybe you can prove something. You don't need to be out here with your poster board and your sandwich boards, because like if it was convincing, you could just put it online and like do the thing and like and cite your sources and we're good.
Yeah.
But you don't. So
Nope.
okay, get away from me.
Yeah.
Now you can just slap like a QR code on
Yeah,
there.
it
right.
does.
Just slap the
People
QR
like
code.
scan it.
That's the advice of the century right there. Advice of the moment.
Oh yeah, they were out there fucking going, look at this, and talking about all this other stuff. And there's a tour guide out there, and I went up to him. I was like, hey, why are there 2 X's on the ground? He's like, well, you could pay me, gratuity. I
Yeah,
have
of course
Venmo,
you
and I was
would.
like, I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it. Let's just Googs.
I'm just gonna Google it. He's like, oh my god. He's like, I could give you more information. I was like, I don't think so.
You're so funny, Alyssa. You're so naive, but also so like blatantly like, yeah, hell yeah, like do what you do, because that's exactly what they need to hear. Exactly.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? So we left. He was like, I could take you on a tour. I could walk you over here. I was like, nah, I guess we're gonna go get dim sum. Thanks though. And
Can you give us a tour there to
yeah,
someplace?
and the dim sum's good. That was the first time I'd had it. We went.
Houston dim sum's good.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we went.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where
we
were
went
first?
to. I think it was still in Dallas. Yeah. We went like it wasn't too far. It was a place called Bushi.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Bussy.
Bussy. It was fucking good. We got there. They had just opened, got us a big
Oh,
table.
perfect.
And his uncle just, when we go places, he orders a ton of food. And they had like a little spinny thing in the middle of the table to where you could like, rotate it and we could try everything. I tried it.
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, it was like a Lazy Susan, yeah. And I was like, well, let me try this, let me try that. And he's like, no, you need to try soup dumplings, you need to try the steamed buns and all this other stuff. They got soup and orange chicken is the best fucking orange chicken I've had in my life. Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, we ate really good. And I like, what else did I try? Okay, I did I did something else.
Alyssa, try it?
A vegetable or something else?
Yeah, it was one of the buns, I think. Oh, it was a soup dumpling, and there was crab in it, and like they were saying, like you stick the chopstick in it and you slurp up the soup and then you eat the bun. Not a big fan, and they don't know this, but I spit it out. I spit it out. Yeah, I was like, this is gross. But the barbecued pork and the pork fried rice together, fuck.
Oh yeah,
Shit
fuck yeah.
was so good. It was so
I was about
tender.
to say, this sounds like dough.
Yeah, it was fucking.
Did you get
good.
the get that little like white bun with the duck inside of it too?
With the duck inside of it? No, we did. I think ours had pork,
Right.
but we did have the big white buns, and it had like seeds on the bottom. It was really good.
Yeah.
His cousin
Well,
was
okay,
like,
okay.
"Oh, you gotta try these," and there was 3 on a plate, and so I took one and I put it on the thing, and I didn't notice like Hattie had spun it around. She took one and someone else took one. He's all, "What the fuck? I ordered these for me." I was like, "You're right, they're good." Oh.
Patty got your ass.
He had to order more. It was so fucking funny, but that was really good, man. And then let's see. Then another day we were like, what else should we do? And I guess I'm in control of this, so I was like, I want to go to Waco. And they're
Oh,
like, "What do you
damn.
wanna-"
Okay, so you made the decision to go to Waco. Nice.
I did. I was like, I want to go to Waco. It's like
kinda
this far
badass.
away. And they're like, what do you want to go there for? And I was like, there's a Dr. Pepper museum there. They're like, really?
Were people really asking you, like, why do you want to go to Waco? Like, not that
Yeah.
they shouldn't know, but, like, it's funny that they didn't know.
You're like, what do you want to go to Waco? Oh, so there's Dr. Pepper Museum, which is 2 miles away from a massacre site. Just saying. Right? And so,
Classic
his uncle's like,
Alyssa.
yeah, his uncle was so cool. He's like, I love to drive, whatever. He's like, wherever you want to go, Alyssa, we'll go here. Just type it in my GPS and we'll go. And I was like, all right, cool.
Can I reuse a joke here?
Yes.
I'm a pepper.
I'm a pepper. Yeah, I did. And it was cool. So, the Dr. Pepper Museum has been there since 1991. What? That was the year I was born, baby.
Oh,
so,
shit. Oh, wait, so you are younger than me. Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's when they had like rebuilt it. It's older than that, but that's when the museum opened. It's older than that. The old building had gotten hit by an F5 tornado at some point. And yeah, it just demolished the shit out of it. But it's really cool. They have all these old ass bottles from like way back, and they have the bottles from like every country, so they're all
Don't Google
different.
ass bottle.
Don't Google ass bottle. I've got pictures. They're on Instagram. I took tons of photos, and then there's this well that they have a big glass plate over that was in the middle of the museum, and I guess like 30 feet down there's water, but it's like deeper than that. And so they used to like pull water up from it, and then at some point they were throwing broken bottles in it. I was like, I don't fucking know.
Huh? So
Nice
a bottle
glass water.
Yeah, a bottle well. But yeah,
Did like the ring girl come out
That's
like
what it looked
centuries
like.
before it?
That's-
trying to kill her.
yeah, because they
While we
installed
sealed it up.
lights, but I was like, dude, at some point there was no lights. Like that's
like so
creepy, dude. Yeah, and I was like, that glass
I
is
like
new
that.
too.
Oh, yeah, right. So wait, were people falling down like accidentally before that?
They didn't tell us, but I'm glad you said
They
that.
did though. Okay.
The Dr. Pepper Museum is a certified haunted location, and you can take tours at night.
We did a chat.
We did it. Yeah, I was like, what?
And so, when is your video coming out where you toured it at night?
I wish they would have let me.
With the soy boy face up.
You have to be.
family.
Yeah, the
Well, we saw a Dr. Pepper
Ooh.
fan.
I know. I asked them to
Yeah.
in the gift shop. I was
Big
like,
ass red circle.
Red circle.
"Did you guys see that? There's an orb."
There's an orb. You should just pretend. You should have just filmed to pretend it was at night.
Yeah, I should
And
have,
then
dude.
be
I
like,
should
we're
have
here at the Dr. Pepper, and we're oh my god, ah!
The well. It was cool, dude. And I guess like there's a bunch of flavors that they used to make, and they don't manufacture and like ship out anymore, but they will produce it at the museum. And so I got to try Dr. Pepper Dark Berry, and that was really good. Oh, and they
You
have
would.
I know, Dark of the Berry, right?
Hell yeah.
But they had this thing back in the day. So I guess in like the 1800s, they used to think that cold drinks could kill you.
So true.
Yeah.
I feel like that only keeps me alive.
know,
you know?
it really keeps you
Cold
alive.
drinks.
Yeah.
So they were afraid of it, and then to get them used to it, they were saying like that the water, like especially carbonated or sparkling water, it was like it had medicinal purposes. Like I bought a sweater that had like their old commercial saying it was like Vim, Vigor, and Vitality. They were like, it's a health drink, right? And so
I like it.
they said that like when you were sick, they would like heat up Dr. Pepper. It was like hot Dr. Pepper with a slice of lemon, and they were selling it there for like $4, but nobody wanted to try it. I was like, come on, somebody try it so I can take a sip. I don't want a whole thing. They were just like, no, we don't want that gross ass hot Dr. Pepper. I was like, come on.
It doesn't sound good.
Like how hot? Like
Like a tea, like a cup of
steaming
tea. Yeah.
a tea. God
I'm
damn.
not saying it sounds good. I would probably drink it.
I just want to sip.
Like wait, like heat it up with lemon in it. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't sound delicious, but like I could see how people would get taken in by being like, oh yeah, that's healthy.
It's
Not
a
that
health
it is.
drink.
Not that it is, but I could see how people could get taken in by it.
I think so. Like, I guess I could see how it could be like considered like a healthy cough syrupy drink because it's
Yeah,
got a
right.
syrupy taste,
Well,
right?
and
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, I've heard of people like from Europe or whatever saying that like Dr. Pepper straight up tastes like a cough syrup because that's the flavor. That's like literally the flavor they use in their cough syrup, like literally.
Yeah.
So like they think of it as medicine. So that's why Europeans don't like it, but that doesn't mean it's bad because I think Dr. Pepper tastes good.
It's fucking
But
good.
yeah, but like also yeah, I could see how you could like mix it with something and be like it's a fucking cure all.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it'll
oh yeah,
fix you.
totally. And like I could see how people like would buy that.
Just hook an IV up to me
Just hook
with
it up.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Just hook it up to
Heated
my
Dr.
brain, dude.
Pepper.
Hell yeah.
It's a health drink. It has lemon in it.
It's the
you know?
healthiest thing you could ever imagine.
Yeah, you get a free Dr. Pepper at the end of the tour, and you can add like flavors to it. They have a thing where you can taste every crazy Dr. Pepper with all these flavors. You could make your own Dr. Pepper, and then you can try like the stuff that they don't make anymore. So I got the dark berry. Hattie got a Dr. Pepper float with the ice cream and everything, and
Classic.
everybody else tried. I think someone get vanilla Dr. Pepper. I don't know, but they
Yeah, that's
boring.
a thing.
Okay.
It's definitely a thing.
they had the people in the back serving the soda dressed up like old school,
Right.
like if you'd work at a convenience store and pour the soda, they call them soda jerks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's fucking
That I do
cool.
know of.
My dad still talks about that. He's like, I want to go to a place with a soda jerk.
Yeah, I went. Tell him. It was
Nice.
fucking cool. And then
I know that.
Go ahead.
No.
No, you.
Okay, I was gonna say that Legion probably remembers when we went to the Coca-Cola place and I ordered that weird ass drink
What'd you
in
get?
Vegas.
Oh yeah.
And like that kind of reminds me of that. Like I understand like the impulse. Like I understand like wanting that because I kind of do like that old school. Like hell yeah, like let's get like a weird flavor like a soda jerk. And that's kind of what I experienced at the Coca-Cola place in Vegas. Like it was just
Now
kind
they
of
let you keep the cup.
yeah. And I got to keep the cup. Here's the weird thing. I don't know where that cup is. I think it's lost in my car somewhere.
It's just at the it's at the Airbnb.
You remember
isn't
me?
it?
You remember me putting that in my car, don't you? Like it was in my
Yeah.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
it was in your pants.
yeah, it
put
was in
your
my
car.
pants. It was definitely. I was.
It was.
I definitely put it in my pants. It was that good. And then I, and then I put it in the car, and now I think it's underneath the seat, and it's just funny
No, okay.
because I got everything else out of my car from that trip, but I haven't seen.
I kept my
You can
cups too. I have a bunch of Dr. Pepper cups.
Nice. Well, you didn't get the Area 15 cup, so.
I didn't.
Mhm.
You didn't pay $40 for
Darn it.
$7
No,
alcoholic
$30
drink.
for the most refreshing vodka drink ever. After we walked around that shit forever, dude, it was so
You didn't get
worth.
Skama. Like,
Yep, I got a free Dr. Pepper. So good.
yeah,
Wow.
me and Aqua support capitalism.
Yeah, I
Come on,
know.
Alyssa.
I
No,
know.
to be clear, it's a ripoff, and I hate capitalism. But yes, $30 was worth that fucking refreshment.
Oh man, I wish
Sorry,
you guys
it's-
could have been like Legion is so touristy. I feel like he would have just like super taken
I
in
love
this.
that shit.
Dude, he
Yeah.
would have gotten a cup with JFK, but with the straw going right into his back of his head.
It's commemorative.
Well, I would have asked your uncle where's like the best place to buy like a cowboy hat, like
Oh.
some boots and spurs.
So many
like,
places,
like a good one.
but they're expensive. The cowboy hats
Oh, yeah,
are so
imagine.
expensive because they're
Dude.
handmade. Yeah.
Haberdasher. Go to a Texan haberdashery. Yeah, I bet.
They're
it's
all
pretty
over.
bad. Yeah, I
Ooh,
bet
yeah,
they
get
are.
it custom fit. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
I feel like
it-
though, I bet there's some that are actually worth it, and some that are just tourist bullshit. Like I
Yeah.
bet there's some. I bet there's some that's worth it that probably
Mhm.
costs like a modestly large amount, but like
Mhm.
you could probably get it for like $100 and get like a really good one.
Yeah, they have a lot of places because they they brand them, they steam them, they're like custom fit. Like
Right.
it takes a lot of work, so I can kind of understand why, and it's high quality.
It's
Mhm.
another.
like-
Yeah, there's another weird. I saw a TikTok of some guy making like really like fancy top hats. And then I remembered that is basically the shit that was sold at the at the Area 15, right? Remember when we saw the
Oh, yeah.
steampunk ones?
Yeah, the steampunk
Yeah,
ones.
and I'm
yeah.
like, I bet that's exactly what they were making here, but they were like slightly different, but basically the same, like top hats that were like basically steampunk, maybe a little different. But yeah, I bet it's comparable to some of those Texas hats. Some of them are probably
Yeah.
tourist traps, but some of them I bet know exactly what they're doing. That's really interesting.
Yeah, they were. His cousin was telling me about that. I was like, oh, we should get a cowboy hat. She's like, they're so expensive. If you really want a good one, they're expensive, but they last forever.
Yeah, I bet most of them go for a couple $100. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
like some of the if you really do your research, you probably get one for a modest amount. But yeah, I bet a couple $100 is probably about right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's lots
I mean,
of people
I can
wearing
live
them.
off Bucky's for the whole trip.
Oh, yeah.
Just to afford that hat.
Bucky's,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
they have hats. They've got Bucky's cowboy hats. I was like, shit, I'll sport it. The running joke was that people get pulled over because they're not wearing any Bucky memorabilia. You have to be wearing something.
It's state required.
Yeah, state law.
Attire.
I'm slightly out of the loop. Is that a hat brand? Is that a
That's the truck stop, the convenience
I
store,
see.
Bucky's, the Big Beaver.
Oh, so you're saying you would get a cheap one at Buc-ee's? I like it.
Yeah, you might get one a cheap one at Buc-ee's.
Okay, I get it now.
And then
the
if you
joke
get
is
pulled
so
over, they'll see the Buc-ee's and they're like, all right, you know,
funny.
He's
You
cool.
got
You're a
what
Texan.
You can
doing.
break the law, son.
gotta
I'm like,
know.
thank you, sir.
yeah. Let me hear your yee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Was there like monkeys chants? Like, did they do any like I don't know, like dancing or whatever?
no, not that. No, they have a thing. Oh, what is it? It's like when they put the brisket out, they make some kind of noise. They're like, the brisket, woo, or something like that.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah. Something like that. They all say something near the meat. That's probably some chant.
Near the meat.
Yeah, they're like brisket.
They do
I don't know.
some sort of
Let's
ritual.
get it.
Some
Let's
sort
get
of
it.
ritual, and they sacrifice.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Let's get it in. I don't know.
Let's get it on.
They do the same before every Cowboys
Right?
game.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they sacrifice
yeah.
a virgin before every Cowboys game. God damn, I didn't notice that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. There was a ton of that at Buc-ee's too, like Longhorns stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, I know
that's
about the
For sure.
Longhorns, and I know that's kind of a religion down there. So yeah.
Yeah, they were fucking huge about it. I saw a lot of people with that kind of stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a sports thing. I guess sports are like a huge thing, you know, like
Sports.
yeah, like oh, dude, and like the colleges and
I
the
know.
schools there, the high schools,
Oh, yeah.
huge, dude. I saw this stadium, and I was like, oh wow, that's like a, you know, like a baseball stadium, a football stadium. It's huge, and they were like, that's for the college. I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
just the university alone was big. I was like, dang. They
No,
they take it
it's-
serious down there.
It's fascinating. The divide, like, it is interesting for people like maybe non-Americans or people who don't know about sports. But yeah, it's actually interesting the divide between say NFL and college football. There's a divide. Like mostly down the Mason-Dixon. You know what I mean? Not strictly, but like yeah, like it's interesting to see certain states are just laser focused on college ball. They don't give a shit. Like Louisiana, they have no sports professional sports team, so they have to rely on like college ball. Yeah,
That's
there's
crazy.
there's no. I'm trying to think. Like there's Texas teams and there's Florida teams. There's a Tennessee team,
Yeah.
but there's not much like south of that, or south and as central as that. It's hard to. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, like like Louisiana, especially the South like that. There's not a lot of professional loyalty. It's mostly college football.
Huh. I didn't know that. I don't know nothing
See,
about
that's why
sports.
I got the sports guy on the podcast.
Yeah, sports guy.
For our sports segment.
Yeah.
Sports.
Yeah,
segment.
I saw a lot of that, a lot of big schools and everything, and shit, where were we? I'm trying to think. Oh, in Waco, after the Dr. Pepper Museum. Okay, so my whole reason for going to Waco is because I wanted to go to the Massacre site. So for anyone who doesn't know, I think it was 1993 that this happened. The FBI led a 51-day siege on the Branch Davidian. So there, I think it was like in the early 80s, there was a guy, David Koresh, and he started a sect of the Seventh-day Adventists, and he called it the Branch Davidians, right? And he had moved them eventually out to Waco onto this ranch, and they built a compound, and, you know, as most cults, it started to go fucking haywire, and he would convince the people that they were the chosen people, that the end of days was coming, he was the Son of God, and that there was a war was coming. That was what he was saying, a war is coming. And so when he locked everybody in, you know, the FBI, they had like shut off their water, shut off their lights, they weren't able to get food, and he I'm trying to remember exactly what had happened, but below the compound, apparently they had buried buses, right? And those buses, if you were to go down inside them, that you could go out through different areas to get away from the compound. Well, mothers and kids, they were trying to get out. They gassed them down there. People that were trying to escape, he ordered people to shoot them, and then eventually the FBI, they shot into, I think there were tanks, so they shot into the compound and it caught on fire and it killed everybody, right? And so that was 1993. I've been learning about this stuff forever, and I had to see this place because I had Googled it online. You can go inside. So it says you have to Google their directions, and you go down this long gravel road. And I had looked online. Apparently there's a church on the property, which is also a museum, and it says they close at 6. And it was like 4:30, something like that. I was like, let's go, and so we go and we find it, and the gates are open, and you drive past, and there's a memorial, and it has all the names of all the people, and then we're like looking, I'm like, oh, I think it's further down the road, and here comes this dog. This black and white dog comes running up to the van, just looking at us, and he's kind of like, oh, come this way. And so we're driving down the road, and I see the big pool. From all the pictures, all the videos, all the documentaries that I've seen, this big cement pool with this nasty water inside. I'm like, that's it. And so we pull in and we park. And here's the church. It says, the Branch Davidians and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, and I think that the church was built after everything. So we get out, we're messing with the dog, and I'm like, look at this. I was like, look, you live in a place of death, don't you, buddy? I was like, look, he's the only surviving dog, and nobody fucking gets what I'm talking about. But David Koresh did not allow his followers to have any animals. Like, when they all moved onto the compound, he took away any kind of earthly pleasure. He took people's wives. He ordered his followers to shoot their animals. So I was like, oh, look at this guy. I can't believe he's the only fucking dog here.
Anarchist dog right there.
Yeah, I was like, you live in a place to death, don't you, buddy? I was giving him French fries. I was like, this is a fucking cult dog. What's he doing here?
I told Alyssa that's like some like fucking spy shit where you they raise you with their animal, you got to kill it to prove your loyalty to your country.
Yeah, well, good thing everybody died before that.
Yeah, I was like, nobody knew what I was talking about. I was like laughing, like, oh my god, he's the only dog, and no one was out there. I was like, this dog's just running around, right? And so there's a couple of little houses on the property, and nobody's around. And so I walk up to the church, and there's a note on the door, and it says, for a museum tour, call this number. And I was like, all right. So I call the number. It's like 5:30. And a lady answers, and she goes, hi. And I was like, hi, I'm here for the museum tour. And she goes, oh, in the wintertime, we close at 5. Sorry about that. She's all, try to come back if you can, though. And I was like, all right. So I hang up.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah. And I was like,
take my dog with you.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I was like, is she gonna get mad? I'm feeding him French fries. I was like, whatever. This is like a terrible place for this dog to live. So I'm like walking around, the sun's going down, and I'm realizing I probably shouldn't be here. Now, mind you, Brandon and his family are African American. We're in Texas, and we're on an old cult site. They're like, okay, we should probably not be out here.
The sun is going down.
The sun's going down. Yeah.
Wow. And the skinwalkers
and
are
we're on a
ranch.
Yeah. And so they're like, okay, we should probably get out of here soon. His younger cousin didn't get out of the car, and so we're walking around. I'm looking at the pool, and then in the back, there's a bunch of signs that say, oh, don't come over here, it's dangerous, da-da-da. And I wish I would have went over there. I didn't fucking realize that beyond that sign were the buses that were buried. And they're all, like, mangled and shit from all the fires and stuff like that. I didn't realize, like, god damn it, I should have went over there. I could have taken pictures. Yeah. So that was over there. I saw the vault where the kids and the moms had been gassed and all that. And it was just, like, super eerie and super fucking quiet. So quiet. And I was just like, okay, and so I was like, all right, well, we can't see the museum, and nothing's open. Let's get out of here. And we went, and I left some things at the memorials where the babies had died and stuff like that. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, what the fuck? I was like reading, and then stabbed in the chest. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, his own kid was like 2.
Yeah.
And I saw the baby's plaque on there, and Hattie and Amara are reading, and they're like, man, this is really sad. I was like, yeah, it's really sad. I was like, I wish that they had kept the compound that was exploded, but the people of Waco don't want it there. They're like, oh, we want to forget about it. But to me, I'm like, you can't forget about shit like that. I think it serves as a reminder. Well, I'll tell you why it's gone. We get home later that night, And I'm online and I'm like Googling shit. I'm talking to his cousins and I was like, yeah, that was really weird. You know, I'm glad that I got to go there. I've been reading about this shit for years. Well, apparently, I was talking to a fucking cult member on the phone because they still believe in it. And the people that take you through the tours in the museum, the people that live on the property, they are branch Davidians. And they believe there was someone had taken a picture of inside of the church that they still go to church. There's a big sign in the back that said something like, I wish I could remember what it said, but it was like, our Savior, our Son of God, crucified afresh by his own followers or something like that. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
they believe that everything was supposed to happen and that David Koresh was actually the Son of God and he was actually crucified, and they still believe in it. And that's why the church was built, for the new branch Davidians.
Damn.
We were on their property. I called them. I was like, oh my God. And so I just kept remembering what she said in my head. Come back if you can. And I was like, yeah, with an open mind and maybe some friends. Jesus Christ.
Where was that on?
Waco, Texas.
But like, yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
what physically was that on? Because like maybe you could even Google it, right? Like
The directions.
you say you wish you read it. What was it? Like a.
Oh, it was a banner that was up in the back of the church. I wish I could find the website.
Okay. If it was like a banner, maybe not. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I had gone down this deep hole where I was reading, and this guy, he stopped at like roadside things, and he was like posting all these pictures. I wish I would have saved the site, and he's like, here's a picture where I stuck my phone through the window and took a picture of the banner.
Yeah,
like,
that's interesting. That reminds me of, what is it? The Heaven's Gate cult. You know, the guys that that thought there was a comet and they all kind of drank.
Jim
something.
Jones. Yeah.
No, that's not Jim Jones. No, it's it's different. It's it's called what did I just say? Sorry,
Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate.
The same thing, because Jim Jones was the one who made them drink that stuff.
Yeah, no, but he did basically the same thing. But my point is that it's slightly different. But the thing is that they have a YouTube channel. If you search Heaven's Gate YouTube, and like it's still up. I think there's also an archive channel that's independent, but there is Heaven's Gate is still maintained, like the website Heaven's Gate, like I can't remember .org.
Oh my God!
But it's still maintained because they still have believers that were specifically tasked to maintain earthly things, but they believed that a comet was coming by, and they all drank poison, and they all wore Nikes. You probably remember.
Yes.
And they all, but anyway, they all thought there was a comet coming by that would take them, but they left, like, whatever, the leader left behind like one or two people to maintain their earthly presence. So there's believers that still exist.
I saw the photos.
Yeah, but right. Yeah, it's very similar to Jim Jones and this, and honestly Waco too. So that's interesting that a lot of these cults like tend to like just kind of that some of them, I guess, maybe not all of them, maybe not even a lot of them, but some of them tend to like leave some people behind and say like, oh, you have to maintain the belief, which it really isn't that effective as we can see, but like that's actually kind of a concerning like thing. Like in the future, maybe there will be like a cult that like does something pretty crazy, but then leaves behind like people that continue to spread the word. That's a creepy concept.
Yeah, and to have all of that happen and have all those lives lost, and they're like, oh no, that was supposed to happen. I'm like, well, wasn't that supposed to be the end of days? They're like,
right.
Oh no, well now we follow this guy, and David Koresh is the Son of God and he's our prophet. And I was like, holy shit, I couldn't believe. I was like, I called them. They have my phone number. Jesus.
Oh shit, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
I kept hearing her voice in my head.
Time to get that VPN, Alyssa.
Come back if you can. And I was like, I probably will. I want to go in and actually see the museum. Honestly, I want to go get that doc. Because I was like,
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say honestly, I want to sit on one of their gatherings.
Oh God, dude, knowing me, I would just to understand the psychology of it, you know.
I
But
support you being safe doing that.
yeah, I was like, I kept thinking about that dog, and I was like, bro, you live in a place of death. You are not supposed to be here. He would have shot you. Like, what? Why do they have this dog here? Like, what the fuck? And how weird. And he was just out there all alone, like, oh, hey, everybody. I was tossing him French fries. I was like, oh,
He
God.
recognized
It's the spirit of David. He's just stalking the grounds now.
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
He recognized the opening. He says, "Well, I don't think they care anymore. I think they all died."
Yeah, my brother was calling him the Branch Davidian doggo.
Branch Davidian.
Dogovidian.
Davidian canine unit.
Yeah, he shot all the other dogs so this one could be like the savior.
he won the fucking lottery.
He did. I was like, I can't believe he's out here. But yeah, it was really crazy to see that. And after I left Waco, I get a message from D Hump from the Djibouti chat. And he's all, yo, bitch, I live in Waco. I was like, what? What the fuck? He's like, I've never been to the thing. I was like, damn, we would have met up, dude. Like, that would have been cool.
Quick sidetrack. I noticed. I think I saw that Legion was watching some GTA RP. I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
I watched some too, but not enough. But man, maybe there's a little bit of a renaissance going on with some Djibouti.
Yeah, I'm sure the dick did.
Some Djibouti GTA RP.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they were streaming. I think while I was gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to log in. I'm gonna have to log in to watch some of that shit. I
Yeah,
was
like,
watching
yeah.
a little bit, not enough though. So, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
quick side note, like 4.0 no pixel on GTRP is fucking nuts, dude. They're having like mayor elections and all
it
that.
sounds like
and,
there's
like
some stuff going
assassins
on.
and shit
There's
like
stuff
that.
going on. I will admit,
It's
I
fucking
haven't
crazy.
even seen much, but I will admit I've heard a lot.
It's so much fun to watch. What was I gonna ask? Oh yeah. I was kind of like half tired when I was reading the article. How did David die exactly? I know he got like shot like during like the first incursion.
Yeah.
And he was injured for a long time.
Yeah.
A bathroom break, but
Sure,
Go
that's
ahead.
fine.
I don't know where he's in. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Let me now I want to Google it
Because I think I remember reading something that like one of his followers shot him.
ooh, you know what? Koresh died of a gunshot wound to the forehead. His body was found in the
Yeah, read that
communication
part.
room on the first floor of the building nearby the door. A rifle barrel was found on the floor near his body. Yeah, because he had given some of the followers guns and he was telling them to shoot people who were trying to escape. So it was probably one of them, and fucking good. Because there were survivors. There was one guy who lost his leg and he would like give tours and stuff and talk about it. He died in 2022. But yeah, there were people who survived. There were it says although several of the surviving Branch Davidians insist they did not start the fire, a panel of arson investigators concluded that the Davidians were responsible for igniting it simultaneously in at least 3 different areas of the compound. Oh, okay.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like they set fire to themselves.
Wow, I thought it was the FBI that did it. I think
Yeah, I
they
was
go back
wondering.
and forth on it.
Yeah, that's what like a lot of it. Well, I didn't like click the external links for wiki. I should, but a lot of it's like hearsay almost.
Yeah,
But there's some like
they say it's
know.
Taltys Koresh presents the fire as a case of suicidal arson, but argues that Koresh had a clear strategy to kill FBI agents with it as well. Huh. That's crazy. 9 people survived, and they escaped the fire. Several children were released from the compound during negotiations with federal agents, including Heather Jones. Jones was just 9 years old at the time. Jesus. See, there's still stuff that I don't know, and it was just so weird. And some people would be like, you know, oh, you're sick. You're going to those things. Well, fuck you. I like to learn. You know what I mean? And I learn by seeing and going to these places, and I think everybody should. It makes it more real. Like,
yeah.
think about
Like his history, a lot of it's like very like you distance yourself from it
Yes.
because it doesn't happen during your time. But a lot of it's like fucked up, and you like just I don't know. It's like reading the news or watching stuff online. Like you don't feel like you feel empathy, but you don't feel like what's the word I'm trying to I'm trying to say. I'm trying to phrase it. But you don't really get the connection. Like, you don't actually learn,
Yeah.
what happened unless you experience it.
People are desensitized. Even with the 9/11, when that happened, people were desensitized from it. And there were people that lived around fucking ground zero. They had to see it every day, and were traumatized just by seeing it,
Shout out to Sam Riegel.
Yeah. It's fucking bananas. And, like, people that are Holocaust deniers, like, those are people that should go to Auschwitz and walk it.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see it. I would love to go and read and talk to people. I wish that a lot more survivors were still around, because I'd love to hear them speak, because it's just, it makes it all more real. Like, you read about it, all through school, and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible, it's so sad. But when you are there and you can touch the ground that they walk on, it's really different, And that's what it was like.
Yeah, I've been to Germany. I don't know if I could have handled an Auschwitz museum though, or any Holocaust thing. I didn't go to any of them. I just went to Oktoberfest. But yeah, dude, that is some crazy shit. I will admit, like, yeah, there's have you seen there's some people who really go there to try to do some funny stuff, and people shut them down pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about, like, all, like, the Instagram selfies in front of, like, the train tracks for Auschwitz and stuff like that.
Like,
smiling?
I don't know.
It's so fucking crazy.
I know.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
that's I don't know what's appropriate. I don't know where the line is exactly, but don't do that. Take a picture outside, like, the actual, like, entrance of the place, and then don't do anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Or something, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, you can acknowledge you're there, but, like, past that, let's not do any social
you
media.
don't do anything crazy. Like, we took some pictures, and then there were some pictures I took I didn't post, because I was like, there were up close pictures of, like, names on the memorials, the plaques.
Right.
I took up close pictures of some of the names that I was like, oh, because I had read about them, like the baby, so I didn't post that, and I got really close to the pool that was there, because I don't think he allowed them to swim either, and it was just like, it was so weird. And I was like, I was trying to figure
Nazis
out.
officers that had a swimming pool. It wasn't the people.
I meant the at Waco.
Oh, at Waco.
Like, yeah, I haven't been to Auschwitz, not yet.
Wait. There's a swimming pool there, and they just, like, it's just there.
Yeah, a big cement swimming pool. Yeah, I don't think he let them use it, but, like, I was like near it, and I was trying to figure out where the compound was situated. I was like, is it further back, or where was it? I was standing on it. It was
weird.
Like walking around where they had died, and I was like, God, this is so weird, and eerie, and it's just like, how quiet.
That does kind of point to that, like, right, where you can display something like a swimming pool or something, and be like, oh yeah, and then it's just like, if you don't let them use it, then it's literally nothing. One time, I remember, this is kind of weird, but I was it's the same sort of Holocaust denial, right, where I remember I was watching Djibouti stream, and there was some reason why pretty much the whole chat said, like, fuck Nazis, which is pretty easy to understand why people would say that. And, like, I got a weird ass private message. This was years ago, from, like, somebody, and it must just be people, like, looking for those words, because I got somebody basically trying to deny shit, just because, like, because it was on Twitch, like, Twitch DMs, you know what I mean? And this was years ago, and it was so weird. And someone started trying to argue against, like, the Holocaust with me.
Fuck Nazi sympathy.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Fucking
and, like,
weirdos.
not to like give credence to it, but, like, this guy was, like, trying to go on about, like, they had swimming pools. And it was so funny, and it was there is a lot. That's actually one of their main points, which I think is so funny, and it's something like they had swimming pools, and it's like, what are you talking about? It was like for, like, the Nazi officers, and they're like, well, sometimes sometimes they'd let the prisoners swim in their officers' swimming pools, like, once a year or something. It's like, yeah, like, oh wow, you're right.
Who knows? Maybe they had the pool to make it seem like from outside it wasn't that crazy. Like
Then
even the Branch Davidians, like
that's
we've got
basically
a
it,
pool.
and that's kind of what I'm getting at, right? I mean, after I made the fumbled that, no, yeah, like the probably is similar, right? Where like the Branch Davidians would be like, we give them like occasional access to like these things, and it's just
but
like,
no animals. Oh,
but no animals.
No
apparently, yeah. That I forgot about that part. Yeah, they that's a little more indefensible.
Yeah, it made them go out there, and I know that's what tripped me out too about seeing that dog there. I was like,
that is interesting.
Do they not believe
Poetic.
that part anymore? I was like, here he comes. I was like, what? What is this dog doing here? You're not supposed to be here, dude.
He can't.
There's like a live stream camera on him.
Yeah.
Like he's like the actual spy. Like he walks up to the car so they can track license plates.
My mom was all, what if he had been there? He'd be 30 years old, an ancient dog. I was like, yeah, he just missed it that day. He was out digging a hole.
Yeah,
He didn't shoot him.
He's
He's hiding his chew toys. Oh shit.
like that's my thing is that he just noticed that there's not a lot of people around here.
Yeah.
So he goes ahead and lives there because fuck it, there's people don't want to be here, and he doesn't really know why, but you do.
Mm-hmm. Taught himself to swim in that pool, and just
And that's the other thing, and ironically, it gave him a lot of a good like what do you call it, accoutrement.
Yeah, it was a trip. I wanted to rescue him, but of course I was far away from rescue, so I was like,
Dude,
all right, well,
for all
I'll give
you
you a
know,
plate of French fries.
Also, you don't know whose dog that
yeah,
is.
for all you know, Texas Walker,
could
Texas
be a
Ranger,
cult
where he
dog.
shot you through
Yeah, cult dog. I'll have to find a
yeah,
picture
he'll be
of
like,
him.
you're stealing the goddamn Colt's dog. I'm gonna shoot you.
What? Reach for
God
the
damn
sky.
it. My name is Walker, Texas Ranger.
What?
Chuck Norris himself would have shot you.
What, dude? WTR? That's crazy.
Well,
But yeah, man,
dude.
it was
There's
bananas.
this new,
It was
There's a new
Good.
meme I thought of. Chuck Norris facts. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but I just came up with it.
what is it?
Chuck Norris facts. You don't remember that?
No.
That's
Yes,
that's an
I do
ancient-
remember that.
an ancient meme of the internet. Back
Yes,
in,
I do remember
the
that.
World of
Like he
Warcraft
punched
days.
this so hard that
He
something
punched so
something-
Yeah.
hard that
It was like funny for like a week,
no,
and
it's
then
not.
it wasn't.
It's not very
at
funny,
all.
but it's funny to reference back.
Yes.
Dude, that was like World of Warcraft. What do you call it? Baron's chat. Chuck Norris could punch you. Yeah, exactly. I could punch
Yep.
you. He once did something,
Yep.
but
I
Walker,
remember
Texas
that.
Ranger would have grabbed that dog from you.
Yeah, he would been all. There's no rescues around these
Ain't
parts.
no goddamn dogs.
Get on and get.
Doggone it.
Yeah, we got out of there, man. It was getting dark and getting weird. I was
Sundown
like,
town.
you know what? I don't think we should be here.
Did like cars started showing up like late at
We
night?
saw
just
one
all
more
single
car
file.
looking for it because, like, you drive down this road and you almost miss it, and then it's got these big
Yeah.
black wrought iron gates, and it says it on there like I'll have to find the pictures and show it to you guys, but it was like the righteousness or something, blah blah.
Oh, well,
And-
there you go.
Yeah, you pull in, and so we were pulling out, and these two girls were pulling in, and I was like, oh fuck, like they're about to close the gates. The dog, I think the dog is almost there to like lure you in. He's like, come on in, everybody. I was
And
like,
the
oh
two-
my
and
god.
the two girls seduce you. Is that what it is?
I guess. I don't know. They were pulling into the gate to check out what we saw.
Would have worked
Dog
on you?
puts like roofies in the water or something.
Yeah, they're gonna take a dip in that nasty pool. Oh my god! And I forgot to say too, everywhere they ask for donations. They're like, "Hey, we
No.
have a Venmo if you want to donate." I'm like, "Donate to what now?"
Really? Like in Texas, just
Yeah,
like,
it's-
hey, you wanna?
For the
Donate to
for,
Texas.
I'm
for the
poor,
Branch
do you wanna
Davidians, for the
donate?
Branch Davidians, they
Oh, for the Bachelor video,
Yeah.
they just meant random people in
No,
Texas just come up
no.
like, hey, I'm poor, Venmo
no
me
for the
right
cult.
now.
They're like, so we can keep up this. I'm like, what do you need to keep up? There's a memorial that's been built, and y'all have a church.
Right.
What? Do,
Oh,
I'm not
it's
supporting
always
your cult.
like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say, shit, you should have waited for that lady. Fuck, I wanted you like do an interview. What's her 4-point plan for going into 2024?
I know. I was so bummed. I'm like, what do you mean you closed early. Like, I'm like, you can see that my number is not from this state. I'm not going to be able to come back, but I probably will.
Well,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Missy, the cult closes on the holiday season.
We have a strict schedule. I got something on the
We
the stove.
observe the new year.
Yeah.
is that it's kind of like the Daughters? What is it? Daughters of the Confederacy? Where
Daughters of the Cult.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, yeah, but yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
No.
the new
Oh,
documentary.
is that
came
a
out.
real thing? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
I
just
didn't
watched
even know
it.
that. Oh,
Daughters of the
wow.
Cult.
That's crazy. No, I was thinking of something else. It was like the reason that there's so many like Confederate statues is because like in the 60s there was like this southern like thing where they called themselves the Daughters of the Confederacy.
Oh, yes.
Or something
yeah.
like that. And that's why they built all those statues. And now
Mhm.
that's why nowadays people are like, it's historical. Like those statues of Confederates. And it's like, it's shit that was built like like literally like 80 years ago, if that. And
Yeah,
it's like,
see,
oh, okay, yeah, like, yeah. So that's what it reminded me of is like, yeah, like the Daughters of the Cult. Exactly, like what you said.
yeah, that's understandable. Like, you know, like I would have liked for them to keep the compound up, like the rubble and the destruction, because
Right.
it makes it all so real. Like the memorial is good that they actually have it there, surprisingly, on the compound, but the Confederate statues and stuff like that, I'm all for not erasing history, but if it's like a newer shit that they put up, I'm like,
Right.
get out of here.
No. Even
we
if
just
it
commissioned this last year.
even if it was built in like 1860, which like none of them are, like
Mhm.
like even that is not that like
Yeah.
it's a fuck like there nobody would blame any country from like getting rid of shit that was an actual like rebellion against them. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's no like nobody's like blaming. I mean, I'm sure somebody would find a way to like blame America for that, but like
Mhm.
nobody's blaming like most countries for like uh like getting rid of symbolism that was an actual rebellion against that exact
Yeah.
government. Like nobody would ever say that, but like I'm sure some people would want to.
Mhm.
But yeah, so yeah, there's no reason to like protect these statues of Confederates. It's like, no, that was a rebellion, so we can get rid of it. If you want to write about, and we can put it in museums. If you want to write about it in history books, great. But we're not gonna like keep it up.
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
Mhm.
I noticed I see more Confederate flags where I live in Fresno than I ever saw in Texas. Did
That's
not
insane.
see
Really?
one.
Wow, that's actually
God
is
damn.
surprising to me. Really,
And
honestly.
I went to Dallas, I went to Waco, I went to Fort Worth. Like I was all over the place. I did not see one.
That's actually mind blowing.
Yeah,
I
was
don't
like,
see I
huh.
don't see Confederate flags here, but this is fucking Illinois. Pride
Yeah.
of the Yankees. Well, in Southern Illinois, you probably would. Honestly, you probably would.
Legion's like Hawaii. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're
all
everywhere
over.
in Hawaii. I know that.
Yeah.
They're obviously the most
On
southern ever.
every street.
For people who can't see, there's one
Every
behind Legion
street.
right now. It's hanging up
That's
above Legion. It's his background. You guys
But
can't
yeah,
see it.
not to get overly
There's
political.
at least like one like Hawaiian flag per block for sure
Yeah.
though, down here. And like I'm pretty sure like most people that haven't aren't like even like a little bit Hawaiian, but you know whatever.
Sure.
I did see a lot of "Don't tread on me."
Oh, well,
Did see
you know
those.
what? Yeah. To be fair, honestly, like I mean, I don't know what exactly your sample size was, but yeah, that actually is weirdly encouraging. Not really, because California should not be that fucked up, but
Yeah.
Right, you'd think it'd be like the most liberal
yeah, I
shit.
mean,
You would
I'm not
think,
saying
not where I
that I
live,
think
though.
they're the most liberal shit, but like I wouldn't think they would want Confederate flag. Like that's stupid. Like that shit's
Oh, yeah.
stupid as hell. Like Confederate flags is like literally stupid. But like okay,
For
but
real,
like
yeah.
don't tread on me is also a little bit stupid. But at least you're not like posting allegiance to a fucking like what do you call it, rebellion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like don't
Mhm.
tread on me. Whatever. Like I think it's whatever. But but yeah, Confederate flag. I don't know. That shit's hard to defend. To be honest,
It really is.
I
yeah.
just- I just saw a TikTok or something, and I know this is like years old, but it's like this black couple that are that like it's their doorbell cam, and
Mhm.
like and the woman goes out there and just says, "I'm sorry, but no, we're not gonna go with you. It's your Confederate flag on the back of your truck."
Oh.
And it's like it's just basically this a doorbell cam of that. I just saw it. I know it's years old, but That's what it's reminding me of right now. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Just I'm surprised to hear that it's prevalent in California. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, like over here, where I live, they have like the big lifted trucks, and then it'll have like a Confederate flag and the "Don't Tread on Me" on it. And then, like I said, remember when me and my friend were growing up, her neighbor, he had all those decals on his truck. That one that was like "Fuck environmentalists." I'm like, damn, the environment, son. That sucks.
The environment.
Fuck environmentalists. God, you screw that rainforest. It's not even real. I've never seen it.
I love it. I mean, I hate it, but I love it. It's a good meme.
Yeah.
It's, honestly, there's probably a market for fuck wholesome group or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, fuck nurses. Like fuck your dentist.
His cousin was saying, because we were talking about that, like, I have not seen any Confederate flags. She said that one of her neighbors, he opened his garage one day and he had a huge cardboard cutout of Richard Nixon.
I kind of respect it. I have to have just a slight respect. But
I was like, did he have the fingers, dude?
I'm not a
Maybe it's just a reference to Futurama.
Yeah, I think
I know,
hopefully. Dude, I would have I do kind of want a big.
That's such a weird person to stand.
No, I mean,
yeah.
Futurama, Matt Groening, like I get it. Like at the time, like when I was like 11 years old, I didn't get it. But yeah, I get why they glorified Nixon. Mm-hmm. It's an ironic glorification.
Yeah, he probably has a decal that says "fuck Watergate" or something like that.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, Watergate. Oh, God, it's so funny. That's just...
He gives tours about it.
Yeah, he gives tours. He's got the fucking the replica of The Office in his house. Oh my God.
Mm.
Like,
you can role play.
Yeah,
you can have flashlights of your own and try to find the fucking evidence.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was so strange. But I mean, shit, other than that, like, Texas is super chill. You know, we're talking about moving out there in a couple years. Gas $2 and something change.
Yeah, that's so
gallon.
fresh fucking crazy,
I couldn't
dude.
believe it. Like, yeah, minimum wage is lower, but I mean that doesn't mean that you can't find a job that can support you. Like, his whole family, they work remote and they make a lot of money, and they love it there. They were like, you know, we've been out here for 3 years and haven't had the need to go back to California. We love it. Don't exactly agree with the politics here, but you know, other than
make
that, it's
friends
awesome.
with the police, because you ain't gonna be able to do shit for marijuana there.
I know. Like, I saw a dispensary.
That'd be interesting for you guys.
I saw a dispensary, and I think they were saying, like, in order to do it, you have to have like a medical card, right? And even then, it's a pain in the ass to get. So I was like, well.
I've seen. Oh, and beware of the electrical grid, because that goes out every few years. They're worried about that right now.
Oh,
They're
really?
worried about
for the winter time,
winter storms off. Yeah, and Texas has its own independent power grid, which goes down all the time.
Oh,
God. And they'll charge
Forget it,
you.
Jenny.
They'll charge you extra money to like get the power if it's now.
I think his uncle was talking about that, but where they are in Ponder, it's like a new development.
Is it the Panhandle?
The Panhandle? I don't know what that means.
What? Well, wait. I mean, yeah. Well, I guess also Kentucky has that, but you know how Texas goes a little bit like west, like
they're
point in their shape.
Oh yeah, no, they're up. It's northern. It's like northern Texas.
I guess it's not technically the Panhandle, to be fair, but yeah, I'm just wondering about that like eastern bit. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, it's like a new housing development that he's on, and he said that the power grid is actually really good. When his power does go out, it's like for a minute, and then it comes right back on. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
How much are houses down there?
Oh, man, we talked about that, too. It's not like where I am, because where I am is like...
It's definitely not like where I am.
300 and up. Brandon was saying we could get a really nice house out there for like $100,000, you know? And I was like...
Yeah.
I guess to refer to my other question, is it West Texas?
It is. Well, it would be. Let me see. I'm going to Google it right now. Ponder, Texas.
Ponder.
I know, isn't that's such a
pondering this?
It's the most boomerish shit.
Right.
Name it like.
It is.
This is prospecting in Texas.
I know, Ponder, doesn't it sound so like, Last House on the Left or Hills Have Eyes? Ponder, Denton
looking at it.
County.
Wait,
I don't know.
Ponder. If that's the right one.
Geography.
Okay, yeah. You said Fort Worth earlier, so I'm kind
Yeah.
of dumb for saying that.
Is it northeast?
It's not. It's kind of east, really. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, like north. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, northeast or north. Yeah, northeast.
It's
North
yeah.
central.
Yeah. It's up
By
there.
Dallas. Okay, yeah.
And
Okay.
we're like,
It's not West Texas, so never mind.
yeah. And I was like,
I just had a
you know
random
what's cool?
question, but it's all good.
I think it was.
I just know that West Texas gets a really fucking like nothings there. Like that's like the the Midwest of Texas.
Yeah, it was like what is it? I was looking on the map too. Like, if we wanted to go to like New Orleans, it would be like 6 hours from there.
Right. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier is like it's so funny that you're talking about driving all the way there because it would probably take me like 2 days max. You know what I mean? With like casual driving.
That's what's cool. Where we were so close. We were like close to Oklahoma and all
You
that.
were close to like you were in the
Everything.
Midwest, baby. Like that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
not really, but kind of. Like I know Texas is Texas, but man, honestly, most of like a good portion of Texas is literally Midwest.
Yeah, that was so cool. I was like, we're in the South, but we're like in the Midwest too.
Right. And it's funny that they have the same time zone. It's just like it's always like I remember when the Cubs used to play the Astros, the Houston Astros a lot. Back in the day when they were in the same division, they aren't anymore. But yeah, it's just kind of always weird to be like, yeah, you could just draw the line down, and it's just weird to think that like, yeah, me in Texas, same time zone, baby.
It is weird. It was weird, baby. I was being 2 hours ahead. I was like, I'm in Aqua's time. Like,
yeah, I'm in Aqua's time, and that's
Should've
all you
called
could think
him
about the
on
whole
his
time you were in
phone.
Texas.
the
You're
whole
like,
time I was like, you guys, I can't sleep.
It's like I'm in the same time zone. I can't even handle it right now.
Oh man, I will say, I think it was like the last night I was there. His cousin, his younger cousin that lives there, he's like 23 or something like that. He's a big gamer. He gamed the entire time we're there. His cousin, Matt, who's the same age as Brandon.
What a loser.
He's a gamer. I know, they game all the time. A bunch of dorks. But we were up in the game room, and I was, tired. It was late. Everybody had gone to bed, and I'm talking to them, and we got on the subject of what's it called? Soaking. Do you guys know what that is?
Oh no! Don't. Okay, well.
Yeah, I've heard like 2 definitions. What's the actual
Okay,
one?
So
Go for
soaking is popular in BYU, the university in Utah, and these people think that inserting the wiener into the vagina but not moving is okay. It's not sex. So they
But-
call it soaking. But you can get pregnant that way, and you can ejaculate. Like
I'm
so.
the jumper.
A shaker.
I'm
Yeah,
a
okay.
shaker. I'm the jump shaker.
So there's a third person that's party to this. So the soaker, the guy is like in, and she's laying there, and you sit still. You're soaking.
Not
You're
technically
marinating.
penetration.
It's not technically penetration.
Actually,
Yeah. So there's people that jump on the bed, right? Because it's not you who's doing the friction. It's someone else. So it's a loophole. You're pulling a fast one on God here. It's,
God was flabbergasted.
Is it a sin to soak?
yes. Yeah. They jump on
God
the
is
bed.
powerless here. I'm omnipotent, but except for this case,
Look, if you turn the lights off, you can't see you.
you can't even see it. So honestly, yeah, perfect.
So there's people that get under the bed too, and they put their feet up and they shake them.
Come on, stop! You're just lying now.
That's what. So
Oh,
Amara
my
was
gosh.
the one who had pulled up these videos.
Don't talk
and this,
about Amara in this situation. I'm just
I know.
kidding. Go ahead.
Well, she showed us the video of this guy interviewing people at BYU, asking them. He's like asking the girls, like, "What do you think about soaking?" And some girls are like, "It's stupid." Da, da, da. And that's where that had come from. You think you're pulling a fast one on God? You can't have loopholes. It's sex. Da da da. And
Kinda true.
his cousin had come out of the room from gaming, and he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" I was like, "Soaking." He's like, "Oh yeah, they call it soaking. They call it floating." I was like, "Do you call it docking?" And he's like, "Ew." no, don't you know what docking is? And I was like, let me look it
I
up.
do, unfortunately.
Let me look it up real quick. So I did, and then it was so funny. Like I was like, he went back in his room and came back out. And I was like, oh, he's gonna hang out with us, you know. And he's like, you guys are weird. I'm like, oh, we're weird. You pulled up a chair to have this conversation with us. I was all,
Let me tell you something.
don't you need to play video games with your friends? And he's like, it's okay. I told him I was talking about I was talking about soaking with my family, and I was like, he said family. I'm family. Aw. So he gave me all of the, like, for lack of a better word, ins and outs of the situation of what that actually is. And people really believe it. People really think that soaking is, like, not sex.
I mean, that takes some serious Mormon indoctrination.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
it
how long
is.
do you
Too much
stay
work.
in there, man?
Yeah.
There's way
That
too much
takes
work.
like 3 to 4 people. It's bad.
Imagine
you have to get one person for the vertical and one person for the horizontal. So
right?
Yeah, it's really
Get some like maybe like elastic bands like for workouts.
Yeah.
Kind of like
yeah.
puppeteer them too.
Yeah.
Them. I think this is
Ropes and pulleys.
This is my point. Why? What's the church's opinion on, like, what if you were to put strings on it and now puppeteer your genitalia or
That's
each
what we were
other's
saying.
genitalia? Which one? Now, one of them has to be good and one has to be
Imagine
bad.
like fishing line
Yes,
tied to
yeah,
someone's
fishing
dick is
line, like a
hilarious.
little-
Yeah, and that's what we were saying too.
Little
So
reel.
we looked it up, right? And there's a graph that was like soaking where like it shows like the illustration of him being in there, and then on the next one it had 2 arrows going in and out and then an X over it. Like, no, you can't go like that. Okay, so if that's true, then isn't him pulling out
There you
part
go.
of that motion? So wouldn't
Right.
you
True.
need another person to like grab your hips and pull you
Yes.
out of
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That person
You
by
need 4
virtue of,
people.
if that's a Mormon, they're probably being a sinner. So, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you have to get other people. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I have thought this ever since I've heard this theory years ago. But these other Mormons are also just being sinful.
Yeah,
You
you're
have to
a part
get
of it.
you have to get non-Mormons. Otherwise, it's fucked. You're done.
Oh.
You're cooked.
I think his cousin was saying that you have to get people who don't believe.
Yes.
You know, because then they would get in trouble.
You have
You
to.
two don't get in trouble because you're not doing anything.
If you don't, I will literally send you to hell.
Yeah, Amara was all, I'm going to tell the bishop. I'm going to tell your
Yes,
bishop.
And she should. That's being a good. She's more Christian than anybody she's ever met.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone soaking. She's
Dude.
more
Well,
Christian than
I mean,
anyone
I
soaking
don't know.
right
I
now.
don't want to know how she got in that particular situation.
Apparently, this is a topic amongst teenagers.
Oh
They're
my
talking
god,
about
Gen
floating.
Z.
Yeah. They're soakers.
Wow. They're soakers.
They're super soakers.
Soakers.
I was like,
Title of the
Amara,
podcast.
you know that
Yeah,
that
it's
is
like
not...
Mattel's new product line
Yeah.
next to Barbie. It's,
Yeah, I was like, Amara, you know that that's not an actual thing, right? Like, you can get pregnant by doing that. I was like, you don't have, doesn't have to be any kind of motion. You don't even have to ejaculate. I was like, there's something called pre-cum. You can get pregnant. I was like, how has no one said this? There's no way at the BYU that no one has gotten pregnant from soaking. There
Oh,
has
but they.
to be.
Oh, for sure.
They just say it's divine intervention.
Well, they get married.
Right.
That was another
Yeah.
thing. They get married super fast because they date for like a month and they drop out of school and they get married.
I will say.
Dude, I had a coworker who's from Utah who's a Mormon. That's what he told me. It's like, yeah, it was like 6 months before I married my wife.
Wow.
Like from meeting her up until like
Yeah.
where they got married.
Damn.
I think I referenced this couple earlier in some other podcasts. I think it might even be in the show notes or the links, or at least. But there is a YouTube channel called Jordan and Mckay, and they're really cool. They do like videos and streams about Mormons. They were Mormon, but they're not anymore. But they got married. Like, it was actually crazy to see their picture being married. They look so different now, and it's kind of cool. But anyway, they're ex-Mormons. They do like YouTube videos, like streams about it. But like, it is interesting because they were like married in the Mormon church, and it's it's really interesting to see some of that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever soaked. I hope nobody ever asked them that. I really hope. I think they have a kid, and I don't think it was
Due to soaking.
a soaking kid.
It's so kid.
Soak kid.
It's so
I
kid.
think they did it. I think they had the kid after they were not Mormon anymore, and they had it by normal, like, human means.
Okay, I have another question. And so the docking thing, right? So
Oh no.
do
Okay.
both guys have to be like not circumcised, or is it just the one because it's the foreskin going over? So like, does the other guy really need to be circumcised or not?
That's a good point.
I just think it's like. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I think it's kind of more like a little bit less literal. Like you could do it.
Just touch tips, and that's
Legion,
docking.
make sure you link a picture of the docking
Please
for.
just-
Yeah,
Please
well,
just
everybody
do it,
look at the description of this
please do
episode
a deep
later,
dive.
and also delete your
Yeah,
browsers for the low price of destroying your browser history. You too can look up a docking.
Yeah, let's
A
do
3-hour
VPN,
documentary? I see
Cognito.
a 3-hour
I thought you said a 3-hour docu.
yeah, a 3-hour like YouTube deep dive into this.
documentary.
Documentary.
Yeah, documentary.
No, yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question. Yeah, it's like I think you need to like agree with each other, and maybe
You guys want me to ask Maddie?
let's
Yeah,
do it.
ask Matt. Yeah.
I'll message him right now.
Do it.
Tell him I want to know. He'll
We'll
know.
at least get the answer now or in the next episode. I will make a
Right.
note. We'll make
Like
a
in
show
4
note.
business days for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll make a note of it.
He'd be like, what the fuck? Why?
Guys, ew. You guys are such a
Because.
burn. Well, let me tell you, it'll be
It's
take
for
3 hours.
research. Yeah. Interview with Maddie. Episode about docking.
That'll take at least like 1 or 2 podcasts. Sweet.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd love to do like an interviewed episode,
Ooh,
like once
yeah.
for like somebody. I don't know.
Mhm.
Alyssa, you should
One
just.
of our friend group
Yeah, true.
for sure.
Oh, yeah. Or Alyssa just finds some cult member and we'll just do an interview.
Yeah, I'll go back to Texas.
And people will like
Can you like call her back on a separate phone and can we get like an
call her
interview
on a
going?
burner, dude.
Oh my god,
Mhm.
yeah, and I could act like I'm interested. I'd be like, I've been reading up, and it looks like all your shit's pretty much fallen into place. I want to be a part of it. Met your dog.
Nah, I bet you like
Dog!
$15 on Venmo would get her to
Yeah,
talk
true.
Oh,
about all her shit.
yeah, I donated. I fed your dog French fries, and I think I'm ready to be in. Just to get an inside scoop.
I was at your location.
man.
It was closed for the day, but I was at there.
I was sad to leave, actually. I didn't want to go. Yeah,
I felt
his
the pull
family
of
was like-
Jesus.
His father was like, it's getting dark. We're black and we're in Texas, so we should probably get to scooting. His uncle was all, he was driving down the road. He's like, okay, we're going down a random gravel road. It's sunset. I'm black. And we're running out of gas. So thanks, Alyssa.
Yeah, exactly. I find
Yeah,
it
you
funny.
basically set up the perfect like horror movie setup.
Yeah, that's what they
No.
were saying.
There's like 20 ways this horror movie could go,
So,
and you picked all of them.
Where was Texas Chainsaw Massacre filmed? I feel like it was around here. I was like,
Fuck,
shit.
should
Why
know
is it?
this.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say. Is like, yeah, it's almost like you planned it like that.
I know. He was like, God damn it. I was like, hey, you told
Or-
me that I got to pick where we go. All right? That doesn't mean you have to get out of the car. And he did. His uncle's so cool.
Good for him. To be
It
fair,
was Leander and Round Rock for Texas
Oh,
Chainsaw
gotcha.
wait, what place?
and Austin.
Oh, like,
Leander and Round Rock and Austin, Texas.
oh wow,
Mhm.
that's funny. Nowadays, I don't think Austin is very dangerous at all. But yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say earlier. Was that yeah, it's almost funny. It's like you wanted to get them into that situation, Alyssa.
I know. I did. I wanted to see what it was about. And hey, he was game. Not everyone in the car knew what I was talking about. Brandon did, because this is all the nonsense he hears.
Well,
you know?
yeah. I mean, I
Mhm.
can't imagine going 2
He knew
minutes.
what was coming.
Yeah,
He knew
I
it
feel
was
like I feel like you mentioned Waco like 3 times when we talked in person. So
Yeah. He was he knew what was coming, but once the sun started going down, he was like, let's get out of here.
There's a reaction gift for that. Just like, oh, here we go.
Stop making my family do this shit. Hey,
he knew what he was getting into. He would have bailed a long time ago.
Oh
exactly.
my gosh. I was gonna find like the one like KKK cult.
Yeah,
like,
let's check
like,
out
let's
this
go there,
KKK
Brandon.
Let's go to a meeting.
Let's go to a Klan meeting, everybody.
Or if like or if we're all like vacation together, she'd pull us there too.
Yeah,
Well,
like, you
I'd be
guys.
okay. I'd be like, let's go. I'll fit right in, baby.
I'm
Let's
here
go.
to learn, okay?
Me and Brandon are like, oh, let's check out the margarita spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Alyssa,
10 miles
me
down.
and Alyssa just being like, what's the problem, guys?
What are you guys afraid of?
What's the big deal?
These guys are nice, you know?
My
These guys
familia
are
told
really
me
nice
no.
to me, you guys. Me and Alyssa are getting along really well with these people. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
they've got a snack table. Just take your hood
They've
off
got
and get it, grab a
Fritos.
bite.
They've got Fritos and cheese dip.
Yeah.
Opposite end, me and Brandon
Me
at the
and Brandon,
hood.
yeah, exactly.
In
Like
backyard.
with sweat running down your brow.
Oh my
Yeah, pretty
God.
much. It's hard work being down here.
Well, let's go.
Shit, man. I know.
Oh
Key
yeah,
and
never
Peele
mind. I was gonna say, was it
skit.
sweaty? But it's winter.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Anymore. Down in Texas though, it's still pretty warm. I bet. How warm was it?
It was cold, dude. My God.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're talking to someone from like Southern California, so ignore
yeah,
her.
it was like I wanted to say it was like 40 something, and then it dropped down really cold at night. It was like 20 something, and then it was like the wind chill, dude. Because like the cool thing too was on New Year's. You know, the fireworks are way better, of course, than California because they're legal.
Of course, all legal
Oh,
shit.
hell yeah.
He had
I love
tons of
that shit.
aerials and like it was so cool. It's big and loud, and then like the soot's like getting in your eyes. You're like, I can't believe this shit's illegal. I was like, oh man.
The napalm in the air.
Basically,
This white phosphorus
you
exploding.
hear it dropping
Oh my
down
God.
on the roofs of people's houses and their cars. I was like, ooh,
Small nuclear arsenal.
hell yeah. But man, it was freezing. I had like a big coat on. I had a blanket on. It's cold.
You're sitting there watching like Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
With your like goggles
Seriously.
on.
It's a sparkler. It's all right. Let the baby hold it.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, how much like aerials did like cousins try to give to like Amara or Hattie? Like, here, like this real quick.
Shit, we were all standing there huddled under blankets while his uncle would run in the street and light one and come back. I was
really?
like,
Well, I'll give if you want an answer. Back when I was a kid, even in Illinois here, back when you can go to Wisconsin and get some pretty good fireworks because they don't have as much restrictions, so it's not that hard. But I remember back like 20 years ago, man. It was basically that. It was all my uncles encouraging all my nieces or all my cousins, I guess, like all their nieces and nephews to like just light off some of these crazy shit. I remember one.
God.
I remember one time we had bottle rockets, and those were always funny. We also had these other like I guess they were basically like little airplanes, but they were powered by a firework, and they would like fly to some crazy places. I remember my uncle setting them off. I thought it was the funnest thing ever, and like after that year, like we didn't do it again. It was so funny.
No.
Like I can't remember exactly what they were marketed as, but yeah, they were basically like little I don't know, like little fireworks that basically flew like an airplane, like a miniature airplane, to like random directions. It was really
Oh my
fun.
God, giant
So-
I
fire
love how
hazard.
crazy this country is about independence.
Dude,
Yeah.
and that was
Years.
Illinois, dude. Like
Yeah.
I can't believe that Texas.
Yeah, Texas might have been
I
fucking
thought
nuts.
you were gonna come up with much worse stories than that.
Oh yeah, no, we got a few fireworks.
Was like the street smoky? Was that like how crazy it was? Was it like fog almost rolling in?
when it was
From out
cold,
of smoke?
or from the fireworks?
From like from the fireworks.
From those ones, like it was just us in that neighborhood. It's like a newer neighborhood, and so it was just us. But we could hear some big ones going off in like the area behind us, and yeah, like it's just smoke and ash, and like I said, it would rain down. It got in my eyes, got in Brandon's eyes, like the embers and stuff. We're like, ah. It was really cool, and it's fucking loud. And like they're aerials, right? But we're just shooting them off from the street, so it's like right above your head, just
Yeah, right above it's boom.
Yeah, I was like, it's super loud. I got videos
Yeah, you
of
can
it.
feel it once you're like close enough, you can feel like a concert. You can feel it like rock your heart for a
Yeah.
second. Just boom boom from the
It's
shockwave.
loud, dude. Yeah, and some of them sound like gunshots, like we heard in the neighborhood.
Are you sure it wasn't? Just
No, that was what was so trippy from, going from Fresno to Texas, like, no helicopters, no gunshots, and everyone's, you can carry a gun. It was such a trip. And
That
everyone was
would be
so
weird.
fucking nice. Everyone was so nice, including to Brandon and his family. Like, anytime we'd sit down, eat somewhere, we went to this barbecue restaurant, which was also, like, part of a gun club. And, these
Interesting.
big
Very
old dudes
Texas.
coming in, and one of them was like, "Can we sit here?" And we're like, "Yeah." You sit there, and he's like, "How you doing, sir?" Talking to us, and everybody was so fucking cool everywhere we went. It was really cool. I loved it.
No, yeah.
Shit, now I want to move there.
I
No,
Things are cheap and people are nice. Nice.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Sign me
No,
up.
I
Illegal fireworks.
think most of Texans can't afford to be like aggressive toward like anybody.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, like there's definitely that like what do you call it? Like, I mean, I guess I'm just speaking, just speculatively, but like I would
Mhm.
imagine there's no real reason to be aggressive toward anybody. Like, especially when everybody could be like fucking strapped, you know. But
Right.
yeah,
That's for
no,
sure.
that's really cool. Yeah, no, there's a lot of friendliness out there. It's good to hear for sure.
Not in fucking California. There's an
Oh,
air about people
well,
out here. Everybody's
yeah.
a dick. Everybody. And like, I've been up and down California. Lived here my whole life. People are just dicks. And, since I've been doing a lot of traveling, it is different in a lot of places. Like Ireland, for sure. People super friendly. Each state
Hell yeah.
I've been in. And, when we were staying in Texas, like, anyone that we ran into or interacted with, everyone was super fucking nice. Like, Californians
Southern
are just...
hospitality is a thing for sure.
Yeah. Even his uncle, his cousins, they were saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, Californians just have that snarkiness about them. We're like, we're
There's
kind of
flaws,
shitty.
For sure.
Yeah. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I remember 2019 after we left San Diego, I traveled up north in California. Man, everybody was really nice there. So,
In the northern.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I think it just depends on where you go. It really does.
It really does, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that. Like, the more north that you go, yeah, some people are kind of chill. Oregon, everybody was, like, super nice there. But you come down to central and southern, and it's like everybody's just like, ugh.
Especially when you get like inland, like I say, like a lot of the coastal places are great, but yeah, I'm sure once you get like inland California, there's probably some places where it's just like, get out of here. Like,
Especially
you know what I mean?
the
Like,
beach towns close to
yeah.
here. Everybody's like,
Oh, yeah.
tourists, shut the fuck up. Oh my god, tourists. We live 2 hours
Okay.
away, you dumbass.
Yeah, right. That's what I always say. It's like, yeah, I thought that too. Like people who are like, oh, I don't like. It's like, okay, so say somebody comes here from like, yeah, exactly, like 2 hours away. Like, are they a tourist? Like, are you really like freaking out over every person who's not like literally born here or for real?
Yeah. Like the foothills are like 45 minutes up and they call us townies. I'm like,
Yeah.
act like you're at the peak of the summit.
Yeah, got 'em.
They're townies, they're freaks. Like, you guys
Yeah.
shop at the same grocery store. What are you talking about?
That's interesting, though. That's good to hear. I like Texas. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's shitty parts of it, but man, I've heard great things too. I would go there, like especially if there's TwitchCon. I'll go to TwitchCon Austin. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, especially if I move out there. Like, you guys, always have a place to stay, and we'll go fucking everywhere. Tourist fucking legion.
Let's go. Let's go Waco.
Yeah, we'll go Waco, dude. And we're
Dude,
getting
get
that
into the
tour.
cult, dude. We'll do a one.
Yeah, let's call that person up. I will Venmo them.
Yeah, we'll be like a fucking
20
Reckless Ben. Get in the
Yeah,
cult.
$20 each, 1 day cult membership.
Yeah. Everyone should experience it.
You think they'll let us film that? Like their
That's what I was
sessions?
wondering.
Dude,
That's
get your little cameras ready. Get your pinhole cameras.
your GoPros and all that shit.
Yeah, stick it in like a secret camera pin.
Yeah,
In a
exactly.
In my
Bible.
shirt.
In a Bible, exactly.
Yeah, the mic's in the Bible.
Or we could attach it to the dog and just have him follow us. And be like, hey, buddy, you're
That's
coming with me?
true.
French fries?
They kill him instantly.
They better not.
They'd be like, our founder said no animals.
Shit, man. Oh, and I never got to go to the Grand Canyon, by the way. I wanted to go. Yeah.
No way back trip?
No,
No way
there
back
was
then?
a blizzard advisory in place. So.
Oh no, World of Warcraft was coming.
Yeah, it was sketch because we had planned it like, okay, we'll drive, we'll wake up in Arizona, we'll go to the Grand Canyon. But I was like, oh, there's a blizzard advisory. And it was like a little rainy, I guess. And, I start driving. I drove the majority of the time. And,
which I can't believe.
Right, I did. I drove a lot, to let Brandon sleep. And I usually don't drive at night because I shouldn't. So.
Well, no one should.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So I'm going, and then I take a break in New Mexico. And I stop at like a gas station or something like that, and it was full of Native Americans and crackheads, and I was like, "This okay?
Nice.
Cool,
It might have
cool,
been
We're
a
on
reservation.
reservation.
That's okay.
Yeah, and we chilled there for a minute, switched places with Brandon, and there was a little bit of snow on the ground. I'm like, "Ooh, it's chilly out here."
Ooh.
After some time, I fall asleep.
Relatable. You fell
And
asleep
then
while
Brandon. No, I switched with
okay.
Brandon. Jesus.
driving.
Cruise control.
I go to sleep. It's fine. No one noticed. We slid home. So
It was all downhill, so I
All
just
downhill
held
from
them.
there.
fuck. So, I don't remember what time it was, but it's so fucking hard to fall asleep in a car. I hate it.
Girl,
Like
I know.
I laid my seat back. I had the seat warmers on. I had my blanket. It was dark. I was like, all right. And I told Brandon, just keep the music down, And he wakes me up. It's like 3 a.m. and I look in the sky. It's dark, but the sky's like red. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, you get the Mexican filter?
Right? The sky was like red. And he's like, hey, it's snowing. And I was like, what? And I sat up and it's just coming down. And we're going like 20 miles an hour on the freeway. There's people like on the side of us. You can't see the lines on the road anymore. There's trucks. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, and then it's like coming down even harder. We can't even see cars. And you're moving so slow, cars are getting covered with snow. And we're like, oh shit. And I'm looking, I'm like, fuck, do we pull off? Did we pull off? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, we're in this fucking Mazda, dude. It's not like 4-wheel drive or anything.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do? And so we go, and I'm like thinking, like, oh, we got to pull off. And he's like, let's just see how far we can get it. Like, maybe we'll be able to get out of it. And then, of course, off to the side, there's a semi that's just flipped over, and twisted up, mangled. That whole side of the road is shut down. Like, all these cars are there. I'm like, oh my God. We keep going. We start to get out of it, and we're fine. And I was like, okay. And then, I chill for a little bit, and then we finally get into Arizona, and the sun's coming up, and we switch driving again, and I'm like, all right, let's get on the freeway. There's a little bit of snow, and I like hit the gas. He's all, knock it off, because we're like going like this, like kind of swirling. And I was like, we're fine. I get onto the on-ramp, and then off to the side, another semi fucking flipped over and over the guardrail. And he's like, see, you idiot. Fucking quit.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah, but we made it home. We made it home in one piece. We got home in the afternoon, and everything was good. But I was goddamn tired. I drove all fucking night, all day. It was so ridiculous. But, yep, that was my trip to Texas. Yeah.
Oh man, that's yeah, shit. Makes me want to go now.
You should.
For sure.
You should.
We should, honestly. Just make a trip out of it.
That's
Yeah,
what.
I want to go to the Grand Canyon. I'll wait till summer, though. Yeah.
Isn't there gonna be like 1 million people there though in the summer?
700 of them
Oh.
go missing every year, so I'm not really worried about that.
I will. That's what I.
And I'll be one of them.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. Is that I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I really want to go, and I was so looking forward to asking you about it. I know we should go.
We should go.
Oh my God. Because like I feel like my parents. That's the thing. It's like I'm cursed because my parents wanted to bring me there one time, but we just couldn't. And then like the times I've traveled across the West, it's just not been an option.
Man.
and like even when I travel all the way to like California, but yeah, like it's just like not really the option. But man, it sounds really fun. Yeah,
Fuck yeah, we should go.
yeah. Well,
We
you know
can
that's
camp.
that's definitely one place where I would say that we could put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Even if we don't end up going, but like it's definitely a good idea because man,
Yeah.
and I don't know, would not want to hike it. I just want to see it from
Oh,
places.
really?
I know.
I
Me
mean,
and Lee want to hike it.
like not hike, but like I know you.
I want to
can
do
t- I know
Zion
you
too,
can-
honestly.
Right, actually, you're right. But yeah, I feel like there's ways you can like tour it, but it's just like,
They have easy trails.
I mean,
That we
yeah,
could
there's
do.
like, and you can like get on
We'll
like
run quads.
yeah,
Fuck it.
I think you can get on a donkey. I could do
You
that.
can. You can rent a mule, dude.
Yeah, get a mule.
Yeah, we could camp. They have campsites. See, my mom, like, maybe like 10 years ago or something like that, her and her boyfriend, they hiked the Grand Canyon. She's like, oh, yeah, it's cool going down, but going up is fucking sucks, you know?
Bet.
But she camped, and she said it was cool, you know, and I was looking it up. They have trails, you know, that are easy for, you know, like kids and stuff like that we could do, and they take you to places where you could take really good pictures, and there's stuff around there, you know, there's like cafes and stuff, and so like we could spend a couple nights there, and then we could drive somewhere else in Arizona. I think we could make a thing of it.
Shit, we can say hi to Dread.
Yeah, Dread's in
Yeah.
Phoenix.
He's just there, yeah.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
so I think it'd be
Yeah.
cool.
If it's in the spring, I could see the Cubs spring training. Wait, no. Yeah, I could. Hohokam Park. I forget where that is. Is that? It might be Mesa. I think it's
Mesa?
Mesa. But yeah,
Oh,
that
I'll have to
was
look it up.
Cubs spring training in April, or well, I guess March.
I didn't know
Uh,
Bears could train to do sports, but
It's
yeah.
the Chicago Cubs baseball team.
Actually,
Actually, actually.
actually, sports guys. Let's do that.
The Chiefs did win. Did you see Taylor Swift? There's a picture of Taylor Swift looking like through the press box, like through the box seat. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it's all frosted because it was like -20 there. And
Oh, really?
Honestly, I think she's gonna use it as an album cover. It's such a good picture. It's just her like looking through a frosted glass, like
Oh, that's
with her.
cool.
You know what I mean? With her.
Yeah.
It's
With her a jacket that one of
Mhm.
the I think one of her her boyfriend's teammates' wives made for her like a jacket
Aw.
with a anyway, it doesn't really matter, but it was just a funny picture. It was a funny picture of her looking through frosted glass, you know what I mean? And hey, the Chiefs won, so good for them.
Did you see her get mad at the Golden Globes because Joe Coy made a small joke about her?
Oh my god. I mean, I
Oh.
didn't see it, but I feel like
It's
I
not
know what
even
you're
that
saying.
bad.
That's I don't know. There's so many good pop culture fucking gaffes lately.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be a good thing for us to do. I think the Grand Canyon would be really cool.
I
You
love
know,
it.
yeah, shit. I want to just experience America.
let's experience America.
You've been
Okay.
Experience
doing a
America.
good job with like San Diego, with
Mhm.
with Las Vegas, New Vegas. What am I saying?
I just
New
Yeah,
Vegas.
New Vegas.
I love Fallout. I love it.
I love that game too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made like a lot of money, so I can just like honestly just enough to travel somewhere in mainland and then somewhere like in another country.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'd love
for
like
sure.
2 trips a year, which is
I want that for
yeah.
you because I know you've been like experiencing the continental U.S. and that's great. But man, I'd love to
Mhm.
see you experience some.
Yeah, I'm the
foreign
only one in the
culture.
group who hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I've
gotta
been-
go to a different country.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Alyssa have been to
Mhm.
other countries.
Yeah.
I'd love
Mhm.
to. I'd love to experience that with you if there was ever a chance.
It'll be Japan for sure.
I mean,
That's guaranteed. Probably the
Honestly,
first
okay.
place.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would put aside funds for that for sure.
I would too. I would do
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
Because like I've been wanting. I think there was years ago that was actually one of my number one countries I wanted to visit, and like ever since then it's been like, well, I've had the opportunity to visit Europe, you know, and I took it,
Mhm.
you know, but I would love to visit. I've never in my life been on the other side of the Pacific. Now that's crazy.
Yeah. That would be really crazy. You would guys.
That's an easier flight for me,
I
surprisingly.
know, and
compared
ironically,
to you
you'd be
guys.
like, I'm here. Anybody want to
Yeah.
come? And it's just like, what? Oh shit.
Yeah, it's still a long flight, but not as long as like
Yeah.
for you
You
guys.
You guys would
would
have
be.
to dose me for that flight. 'Cause I'd
Yeah.
be so fucking scared.
Dude, me too, dude. I would just, I don't know. I guess I just bring along my my vapes and hope nobody says anything.
Yeah. Well, if they do, you won't be able to understand them. You know what
I'd
I'm
be
saying?
like, ni hao. Wait, what?
Ni hao? What?
Well, like, thank God, like, you wouldn't want to be caught with this shit in like Russia or China. Like, you want to be caught.
No.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
I guess
We
actually,
wouldn't see you like for 20 years.
yeah, I actually Japan actually has huge crimes.
Yeah,
against
that's
I
it.
it.
wouldn't even
But
want
like,
to
I
test
bet
dirty there.
They defer to the U.S. and the U.S. would be like, no crime.
No crimes committed.
I mean, maybe they would, but
Shit.
maybe they would
Yeah.
be like, you owe us like $50,000 for getting you out of that.
Yeah.
50,000 yen. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
even-
So it's
Was
like
that, like,
$500.
$500?
It's all good. We're good.
I don't need to get
Five-
high
it's-
in
it's 5
Japan.
cents a day. Yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
right. Honestly,
That's
you're
true.
right.
Just fucking feed me
you're
sushi,
right.
dude.
Yeah.
Get me,
Just feed me
get
food.
me
I'll be
sake
fucking
and
amazing.
Japanese things and Yakuza game.
Yeah,
mode.
I'd be fine.
Yeah, I'd be like, is this
I
where
mean-
the Yakuza game is?
Can I join the Yakuza?
I saw that street. It's like when people play GTA 5 and like go to Santa Monica and all
Yeah,
that.
they're-
Like
hey.
I've been here before actually.
Oh my god, where's the porno vending machine? Dude, I bet they have them in Japan. I bet they have them.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Didn't they I wasn't there like a fucking Reddit article or something about like pandy like vending
Oh.
machines too?
What?
Like people were like buying that shit. Yeah.
Oh.
It was kind of like, well, I don't know. It's kind of like OnlyFans merchandise before OnlyFans.
Oh, they have like,
But, like,
panties at least.
Japanese like girl idols would like would just I guess wear it one day and then like ship them off and put them in the vending machine.
It's like, yeah, if you had the OnlyFans shop, and then if you had it in Japan 30 years ago, you'd have panties and
All right, they're
bras
fucking
in the vending
they're
machine.
ahead of the game already.
Gross,
And yeah,
dude.
they're referencing Yakuza. You know what? I'm gonna start playing it soon, just so you can see it.
just so I understand the culture.
Yeah,
I'm just-
exactly.
That's why I play Yakuza for the
Mhm.
culture.
God, I bet the
Cultural
girls that do
understanding.
that, they're like farting into the underwear all day long and then putting
Well,
it
yeah,
in the mail.
cakefarts.com. It's my favorite website. Everybody.
It's been mentioned.
It's been mentioned before.
It's been mentioned.
Reference.
No, it's like the what is it, like the come to Brazil meme that everyone does on live streams.
I think I know what you mean.
It's like yeah, Brazil mentioned. The Kate Parks is our Brazil.
Exactly.
Like, he gets mentioned at least once
Jeez.
or twice between recordings.
God, that's ridiculous.
That's another shot. I want to fucking go to Brazil, but I'm afraid to get fucking
You
robbed.
will. Yeah, I know.
You
Well,
will get robbed.
You either have to you have to at least
Like Japan, I could probably like
Oh,
walk
you're
it, like
good.
walk out with $1 million on me, like waving it around. No one would say anything.
They're like,
I go to Brazil with maybe a tiny
Right.
gold chain.
No,
It's
you're
already
done.
gone.
Yeah,
No.
it's ripped off your body.
you might. I don't know if you would be able to, because I really don't know the thing. But maybe you'd be able to pass as like a native. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But like also
Wear sunglasses.
Oh man,
or
someone,
at least
soon as someone Portuguese checks me, though, it's over.
Right, well, yeah, right. At least act. You're right. But like, at least act like you kind of belong. Because I couldn't do that. You might be able to kind of do it. I know Melissa wouldn't be able to either. But yeah, I don't know. You might be able to like act like you belong. But yeah, as soon as they start talking Portuguese, you're like, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go to like an actual like legit like tourism
Or
thing,
just
Yeah.
like
where like we'd only follow the guide the whole time and
Mhm.
things like that.
Your hope is to just go full like English, which you're good at. So you'd be like, and like maybe they'd back off. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They think you're like some sort of like gangster that knows perfect English.
Oh man.
Dress in a suit the whole time.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Brazil.
Just like go full send with like confidence.
My uncle's part of the cartel.
Yeah,
don't
you're
you know?
cartel. You just pose as cartel. You're good until you meet the cartel.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Actually, I was just role playing.
I was RPing.
Don't kill
we
me.
all
JK,
just
JK.
playing a role, which is a Milton
Yeah.
reference.
No.
Is Milton ever gonna start streaming again?
Shoot.
You should. Fucking 4.0 is popping the fuck off.
Dude,
And like, you know,
I'm gonna
that's
have
funny.
to start watching.
Just
Yeah,
to
me
like
too.
sidetrack shit. I know we're almost done for time.
Yeah.
But there's like a graphical glitch within the RPing servers where they make like everyone have like a Kiki face. It's like a login issue. Anyway, everyone references that as Kiki face, literally. Like everyone on that server is like, "Oh, you got Kiki face. You might
Aw.
want to,
Oh,
you might
jeez.
want to rest your eyes real quick
Right.
and come back on."
So
Aw.
funny.
But everyone references still. They all miss him.
I remember when I took a picture with him. We took a picture, and then he
Oh,
he was like walking away. I was like, wait, do Kiki with me, do Kiki, and he did a Kiki face. So I was like, ah.
That's awesome.
Milton's very cool in person.
Yeah, fucking awesome
I
Canadian.
feel like
They
we
all are,
barely missed
honestly.
him.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Legion barely missed him. I think 2019. But yeah.
No, I took a picture
Oh, you
with him.
did. Okay, I barely missed him.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
me.
yeah.
It was me the whole time.
Ah, you missed him. He's
well.
really, really nice.
He does seem cool. I think we'd get along. I feel like we're kind of similar.
You would.
Yeah.
Because we're both like weirdly northern Americans. Like
Yeah.
we were both.
Yeah, you guys dressed down in the cold weather, both of you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was
Exactly.
like wearing shorts. I was like,
Yeah.
"This
He's
is
like
nuts."
wearing
Me and him
shorts
would get
and,
along.
like,
Like
flip-flops.
me and him could like travel around Chicago like with shorts the whole day. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Me and him.
Pretty much, mhm.
Like,
and
it's
I think-
nice.
I think we'd get along because man, there were some times with those streams that I absolutely just like broke down laughing with him. So
Mhm.
for sure,
Mhm.
one day, Milton T. Pike on stream on Twitch, he'll be back
Yes.
one day, and we'll blow up with this podcast because we mentioned it.
That's right.
It'll be a Milton cast.
Yeah.
I guess speaking of video games, I needed to like, I don't know. I forgot if I talked about it on this podcast. I got really into watching videos on YouTube about like Starfield. Do you guys remember that game?
You talked about it a couple times.
I think I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah, I
talking
remember.
about. I can't remember if it was on this podcast or on stream, but
You
I've
wouldn't
been getting
shut
in-
up about it.
I wouldn't shut up about it. No, I played it for a minute, and I think that was the thing that I just wanted to. It was just funny to talk about right now because, like, really, I think I was talking about it when I was in like just kind of starting it. It's a really fun game for like a minute, but it's one of those games that's what do you call it? It's a mile long, a mile wide, but a foot deep. So, I got really into watching these videos because it was the exact experience I went through, where it was really fun for like the first like a few hours, maybe even tens of hours, dozens of hours. It's pretty fun, but like it like runs out of steam really quick. I guess I just wanted to say that there's some really good videos out there criticizing it. It's an interesting study of video games where they tried to do some stuff and they did a bunch of stuff that was kind of interesting, but it didn't actually do anything. I guess I just wanted to say that there's some good video.
Play Baldur's Gate instead,
Yeah,
guys.
it's like
You'll enjoy your time.
yeah, it's super Bethesda, and it's super like lately they've just kind of been phoning it in. I don't know. It's an interesting study of this stuff, but I don't know. Starfield is okay. Or it's I don't know. It's pretty boring, honestly, but there's some good videos about it. I don't know.
You should write a review.
I know, right? I
It's
guess
pretty
I just
boring, but it's
I guess I
alright.
was self-conscious because at one point I was like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of okay," but it's honestly kind of boring. I don't know. There's some other good video game reviews out there too, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess that was like my video game review.
You
segment
just gotta
of
get
the
it out there,
podcast.
you know.
He had to
was-
say it.
It was something that was bothering me because at one point I think I was giving it some props for being kind of okay, but it's mostly a boring game.
Okay. Noted.
I know it's noted.
It's Alyssa's cup of tea. She loves
It
her
was-
some Bethesda games.
Exactly.
Yes.
It was
That's
just something
right.
I had to get off my chest. But yeah, it was more like Relytan try it rather than Alyssa try it.
Okay. Okay.
So I tried
Well,
it.
once we get the fan base going and we have like the fan Discord, you can write the review
I
on there.
digested it exactly. So it was like it was my final review. What a boring game.
What a
Todd.
boring game.
No,
Try
there's
harder.
some great there's some great YouTube videos about it, and it's like it honestly is a really boring game. It had like a several hours of like kind of being okay, and that's how it tricked you. So
Okay.
it was a debate. It was a debate video game,
Debate
and I
video
needed
game.
to clear the air because I was feeling self-conscious about feeling like I liked it for like the two.
Your glowing
the 2
reviews
minutes.
last
the glowing
podcast.
reviews. I couldn't even stop talking about it. I was like, guys, this is the best game I've ever played.
Oh, like it confirmed
I
Aqua's
was
IGN.
like,
Right.
it's the perfect video game is what I heard myself saying. So I needed to like redact the record. I needed to censor the bars. You know what I mean? Like when the Nixon report comes out, it was just like I needed to censor all that.
Guys, I didn't say that.
I didn't
said
say it was
boring.
good. It was actually only okay until
Allegedly,
it
it
was
was
bad. It was
good.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm just glad we could make a meme about it. Thank you guys
Yes.
for humoring me.
Of course. Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
wow. Look at 20 more seconds and we'll be, at least according to me, then we'll be 2 hours. Anything else you want to say? You only have like 10 seconds to say it. You only have 10 seconds. Go.
Play Baldur's Gate 3. It's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
I was gonna talk about that. Let's extend this.
We'll talk about next
I did
podcast.
vote-
Next
yeah,
podcast.
you're right. Actually, that's a good one for next podcast. I just wanted to clear the air for Starfield. It sucks, but no. Baldur's Gate 3. It's such a good video game.
I need to watch you guys play. I haven't. Oh no, I have watched you play.
Yeah, you
I
watched
have
me
watched
play.
it.
And
Yeah.
we can multiplayer it. It's on Steam. Hell yeah, we should maybe start one of
okay.
those once I.
Let's do it in Texas accents. I'm starting
Okay.
to like
my
it.
Yeah,
God.
we'll
Honestly?
actually, you know what? Role play your characters in D&D to be all Southern,
Holy
and
shit.
then both of you just hit Southern accent.
That's
Yeah.
unironically.
Actually, really plan is kind of Southern, actually.
That's such a.
Like, cause I didn't we didn't really describe like where the town is, but really plan is Southern in
Oh right.
D&D.
Oh, in that.
It's in
our-
Ponder,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
It is. Let's just say
I-
that. We'll just
I'm,
call Little
I'm
Mara
really
Ponder,
bad at
Texas.
staying in character, but yeah, Bradley Plan, he's kind of a loner.
Hey, I'm telling you,
shit, if
dude.
we-
I ran into a guy at Bucky's. He had a hat on and everything, and I had gotten in the way or something like that. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's all, "You're fine." I was like, "Stop."
Oh.
Hell
Stop
yeah.
it. He walked away with his boyfriend, but you know what? I
Mhm.
still enjoyed it.
Mhm.
You're
You're
fine.
fine.
Take the compliment.
Stop. You're fine.
No, that's
Shut
a
up.
Shut up. No, that's a really good idea. No, I like that a lot.
I like it.
We should plan something like that. Yeah, we need to do that, RP.
Okay. Well, sir, that's all
Well, sir.
from me.
Anything else anybody has to say?
No.
Wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I'll do the outro. Let's hit it.
Cool.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to Forget We Said That. I know we messed up the intro, but hopefully we don't mess up the outro,
Oh,
which I just did.
messed up.
But yeah, thank you very much. My name is Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
I'm Legion Lion at Legion Lion on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been a little kind of crazy because of the schedule, but I will be back on Monday.
I respect you so much.
Stay
for
away from
keeping
cults,
up your
guys.
schedule. Yeah, stay.
And
Stay-
don't feed your dog fries.
Don't feed your dog fries unless you're in Texas.
Bye, guys. Thanks
Bye.
for listening.
Goodbye.